must've went blind tonight, cause I swear that you out of sight. Man, I'm so up, I could be a pilot, and I just hope you're trying to catch a flight. So let me get the digits, I call right now if you with it. I seen 1,000 pretty girls in this room, $1 and I've been looking for you. I've been searching, it's so hard to find a girl who's one of a kind, cause being alone just isn't cool. I'll take 1,000 trips around the world just so I could find you, girl. Cause darling, I've been looking for you, yeah, I'm looking for you, for you. I'm looking for you, for you. Let's get it now.
I'm so up, I could be a pilot, be a pilot, we could be a pilot. I'm so up, I could be a pilot, beat.
Let's get it now.
Ouais, choque-les, ouais, voilà ce qu'ils me disent. Je les entends parler et ils m'aiguisent. J'arrête que pour rappeler la mise. Petit pas sur la piste. Et le succès, je l'ai pisté. Disque la place du premier. Je fais monter la côté. Sur moi, tu mises gros. Tu connais déjà l'équipe. Ça criera au complot. Je prends le double, on est quitté. Je fais la magie des chiffres. La somme, je la triple. La concurrence, la dribble. Et le stade est en délire. Ça fait choquer. J'arrive pour tous les choquer. Toute la foule, elle est choquée. J'espère que t'es accroché. Gauche, droite, esquive rageux. Coach m'a rajouté du temps de jeu. Dans l'action, ouais, je me sens en feu. Je suis on fire. Je fais la différence au compteur. Money time, ça shoot sur le buzzer. Switch, je suis on fire. Choqué, j'arrive pour tous les choquer. Toute la foule, elle est choquée. J'espère que t'es accroché. Choqué, j'arrive pour tous les choquer. Toute la foule, elle est choquée. J'espère que t'es accroché.
Welcome to the XXL Nutrition HQ. XXL Nutrition is the most popular online supplement brand in Europe. Our proteins, pre-workouts, dietary supplements, and of course our sportswear is developed with the greatest possible care. We are known for providing the highest quality products and the best service. Daily, we are working with a motivated team on new developments, promotions, and quality control to serve our customers in the best possible way. XXL Nutrition is an established name in the B2B and B2C market. Therefore, we can also be found in many gyms, supplement stores, and supermarkets. Offering the highest possible quality is the foundation of our brand. Only the best ingredients and materials are used for our products. Everyone at our company has passion for health and fitness. That's why we want to provide our customers, and of course ourselves, with the best products. We prepare all orders in our own warehouse, which has the capacity to process more than 10,000 orders daily. Thank you for supporting XXL Nutrition. We are XXL, the most popular brand in sports nutrition.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Voltage League Season 4. And now we are in the very final moments of this season. Today, we have the match of the third place, the match that will be determining who will take 200 euros and 6,000 credit as well. The match, this is going to be just deciding the third place and the fourth place until another day. We will have the day of the grand finale. But for now, we still have this match and we still have one more match before we go into the grand final. My name is Fancy Pixel. I'll be your host today. And of course, I cannot be the host without any casters. The two casters will be joining me today. Drum rolls. Wallet and Puffo. Hello, how are you guys?
We're doing fantastic. Really excited to be on here. Yet again, beautiful introduction for Fancy here, as it's going to be Go NXT and Dyavoli now. Hopefully, I didn't butcher that name. But yet again, I'm really hyped going into this best of three here today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
talking about NXT and Dyavoli, it has been a great run for both of them. NXT has been a team who have been fighting back in the entire stage three, and Dyavoli it is that one particular team which has been on a great run since the entire start of the Voltage League season three. But in the end, in the few matches of the quarterfinals, they really struggled. just make their place in the semifinal. So I'm really looking forward to it. Let's see what kind of action we can expect.
All right, guys. Let us talk about the two teams a little bit. Let us see who are the players and who are playing. Who are the players that are playing today? Roster lineup for both of the teams, and yeah, does Bullet? Tell me, what do you see about the any of the both teams? What do you know? What do you expect from them?
You're talking about for the side of NXT, Aizen, Sheeny, and Redenti. These are like the three players you have to be in a lookout for. Aizen, combined with Redenti, they have huge clutch potentials coming off in the entire season 4 of Voltage League. For the side of Divoli, it's always been the same player. I'm seeing the name Kashi Posha. If pardon me if I'm pronouncing that name in an incorrect way, but Kashi Posha has been that new Aizen that I'm seeing in for the first time. But everybody else from the side of Kashi Posha, all of the players have really great raw mechanical skills, how they want to just coordinate with their entire teammates. So I feel like these both teams fighting it off for the third place here at the World League season 4 is going to be a really good games. And of course, let me remind you folks, this is not going to be a best of one. This is going to be a best of 3 matchup between these two sides.
Okay, let's take a quick look on the maps that we will be playing today, and
Yeah.
ask you, Bob Buffo, what do you think of the maps we will be seeing today? We're gonna be seeing Night Haven, Clubhouse, and Chalet as the decider. So, what do you
It's
think
really
about the
it's
maps?
interesting, okay? Because we have Clubhouse Chalet, a bit more of the standalone maps that really come out as the pillar of Rainbow Six Siege. These are the safe picks. Nighthaven on the other side is going to be a bit of an odd one out. Now, if it were back to the previous map pool, it would be Oregon, Clubhouse, and Chalet. There would be the three picks that teams really look for in a safe match. Although Nighthaven, it's going to come down a bit more to strategy rather than team play. But for the other two, I'm really excited, especially Clubhouse. Again, it does depend of if we even get to that decider in the first place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really like the that we are seeing more Night Haven than usual. What do you think about this, Bullet? What do you think about Night Haven as our first map?
So for the entire Voice League season 4, for the side of stage 4, I'm pretty much sure like Night Haven Labs is one of the highly picked up maps for the entire from all of the teams coming up on this tournament. Like I'm not really sure how NXT will approach this one, as they are going to be the team who are going to be who's going to be starting as attackers for the first couple of rounds. But on the map of Clubhouse and Chalet, NXT, like on the decider map, NXT, or Chalet is one of the strongest maps from what I have seen in the previous matchups.
Mhm.
But for the side of Clubhouse, I feel like it's going to be a little shaky for both sides. But Night Haven and Chalet, I feel like these both of these two maps are going to be a little bit stronger for the side of NXT.
All right. I think we are very ready to the map, and because the players are almost ready, so let's see. Before we quickly go, the predictions. Everyone
Yeah.
said, uh, Bullet, you're the only one who said
Yeah.
Diavoli.
Yeah.
Tell me more. Tell me
So
quickly what you think.
yeah. So for the side of Divoli, they have been that team that has been in a great run when the entire tournament started. Yes, again, coming back to the same point, they have struggled to like make their place a little bit in the kind of like the semifinale of this entire tournament. But for the side of NXT, if you look at the look where the stage 3 ended up, they were they are the sixth place and Divoli were at the fourth. So I feel like it's going to be a tough fight between these birds too. But I have like a small instinct. I feel like this can go up to the side of the Divoli.
All right, the game is almost ready, and we will get into the map because the players are in the lobby and everyone is ready. So
Yeah.
while we're getting into the lobby, I want you, Poffo, to tell me, why do you think Team NXT will win? And of course, guys, go ahead and make us enjoy the match, and good luck and have fun
Thank
for
you.
the players.
Without a doubt. Go NXT, although I don't have much experience personally with Dyavoli, but I'm interested to see what they can pull out of their gameplay. Yet again, we see it statistically wise, majority of the staff do recognize Go NXT for being a strong team. They have definitely been really consistent through not only the seasons of Voltage League, but other leagues as well. So they are really putting their name out there. Dyavoli, yet again, not much familiarity, so I'm just going with the safe pick. As in the meanwhile, we head right into Nighthaven Labs, off to the operator bands. The Monty going to be the first to be picked off, is going to be no question in the meanwhile. And of course, before we do continue off into anything else, we do want to mention that there is a current giveaway for 2 times of 2,670 Rainbow Six credits. So if you do want to enter, you have the little ticket box down by the channel points you can claim it with. We're going to be mentioning it throughout the entirety of the time, but claim it while you still can, because the second the final round is finished, that's the last time you can claim it.
Yes, we have the operator bands coming in from both sides. NXT are gonna go for the side of Maverick, and of course, talking about Monty, the Shield beta is, the Shield meta is still live. We have to still wait for 3rd or probably 4th of December, where we can see the Shield rework being coming up live on the live servers. But for the side of defenders, we do see the first defenders getting banned up from the side of NXT, and that's going to be Tubarao. So I feel like, yes, as NXT is going to be the team to start off with the first attackers first, especially on the first floor objective and the second floor objective. Tubarao can be that defender who can be a pain in the entire attacking push, and that's going to be Kaid also being taken out from the side of Dyavoli. So 2 of these anti-breach based operators getting taken out from both sides. Again, there's a lot on like how both of the teams want to approach in their attacking side on the map of Nighthaven.
Yet again, I feel like Nighthaven is the closest map when it comes to Clubhouse itself on Breach side. On Clubhouse back in the day, you used to see so much Thatcher bans, so much Kate bans.
Yes.
They were a dynamic duo. You didn't ban out one, you didn't ban out the other. You banned out one, you did the same to the other. And that's a similar situation when you get to the Maverick Tubarao, Kate Tubarao, that kind of position here, mostly because of breaches are really connected to side itself, be it from the outside, be it from very close. It makes such strong connections that these defenders have to either play off of them or again be backed off into sight, absolutely fragged out, and they are left with no other option. Now, going into round 1, let's take a look at these lineups we're currently rocking. Now, for NXT, they can still 6-pick. They have second choices. For Dyavoli, they've locked in and loaded. Seeing as the kid is gone, we need to still deny breach somehow, or at least force a pick onto NXT that they waste time while getting it. That's going to be the Bandit on play. Also, the Legion Azami powerhouses like the Mira, all 3 operators are really strong. I would consider the Azami another viable ban, but since she's not here, might as well see her.
Talking about for the side of double, you also see the Warden getting picked up from the side of Cassie. We do have the Mira strats coming on the objective of the command servers and the command center and the service room area. But for the side of attackers, we do see, of course, despite we have a lot of these anti-breach operators getting banned up, we do still have banding getting picked up to just defend this particular room and the IT room, which you call them. But I feel like it's going to be really easy for all of these main normal hard breaches to get opened up. They have none other than the Thatcher, they have Thermite, they also have the Flores or Terrorzones coming into play. So it's going to be really easy to take the control of the IT room if they are able to. But that's going to be the first pick coming off from the side of Dyavoli, and opening coming up, and that's going to be the first hard breacher. That's going to be the ace to get picked up from the side of Dyavoli.
He got picked off, although the Selma Chargers definitely did their job. We have the breach on main. That's going to be IT quite covered garage. Anytime it's going to be under congestion. Mostly talking about Chess here on that Rafters. Coming out quickly, Window is under a lot of pressure. Yet again, these Kiba barriers proving to be quite a thorn in NXT's side, as they have lost out on the hard breachers. More damage, and oh, that's a double C4, followed up by Choose with another. What just happened? It was all shut down within a matter of seconds.
I was just taking a look on my right side of screen to just take a look at the entire brackets and this entire round just ended like that. I want to see some replays, but that's Dyavoli for you folks. I was definitely a little bit skeptical on again raising the question, like most of these Tubarao combined with Kaid were banned up from both sides, NXT and Dyavoli respectively, but that was quick, especially like after just for a second the ace was taken out in the first try. We do saw Azami using her Kiba barriers on towards the Rafters over there to block all the possible line of sights coming in. The first C4 connects, takes a double. There's someone who got the kill on towards the server area, if I'm not wrong, and that's that. So that's going to be a really, really nice opening of the entire map coming up into the favor of Dyavoli. just taking out the entire team in a couple of seconds tells a lot what kind of coordination you're playing and what kind of aggression that you want to show to your opponent team.
Definitely having to bite the bullet there. I mean, Diavoli, they played it well. NXT, I don't know what the strength going into it was supposed to be, but it was a one-sided push. You get Breach open and throw 2-3 players in it. Of course, a C4 is to be expected. Yet again, this is an aggressive side for Diavoli to play off of. At the same time, you have people on roof, and there are no other presences being brought up. We need to push in from behind. Maybe take Electrical, go in from Solarium, some extra angle so these plays can't happen, and you deny as much rotation cutoff as possible. Now, taking a look at round number 2, we already see a bit more of that Capcan being on the play, which is going to be lovely to see. And I always love some booby trap kills, but we have to get to them in the first place. Quick approach here from NXT. Earlier it wasn't the best round, and they're looking to come back from it.
Yes, sir. And I feel like this back and forth will definitely is going to happen. We do see like a complicated changes coming out from both sides. We do see Mira getting taken out. We do see a lot of these trap-based operators getting picked up from the side of Dyavoli. We have Legion this time. We do have Cup Can booby traps coming as well. But for the side of NXT, yes, as the objective is in the basement side, we will do see the Bug, the Skeleton Key coming into the play. We do see the Ash Beach Charges coming into play, and a quick take on towards the vending machine area. And we also see a very quick push to the basement. I'm not sure if they have cleared out all of the possible roamers. So that's going to be none other than the side of Mute playing in on the lawn side, and that's going to be 2 of those defenders getting taken out. Quick action, quick trade games might switch up, as it's going to be very low HP for the side of Ash and Thatcher. Noski takes out the side of Alizet, and the plant is going down.
Knoski L85 making a second way about, as of course the last one is going to be stuck upstairs. This Legion trying to make a bit of a rotate, and that's going to be a beautiful headshot onto Rat, and no response. Deathmark is out. And yet again, in 1v1 situation, when you have so much players against you, especially that Demos, which is best handed in a spot such as this scenario, a 1v4, Deathmark, players right behind you have no clue, and that's going to be the Buck. Skeleton Key coming out on clutch. Good player out. Yet again, it's a really quick round. The first one was as well for Diavoli. They got a quick round C4 in, just chaining kills after kills. NXT, similar situation. They push down those stairs, and it's suddenly all over.
Yeah, I'm only getting a little bit of that, a little bit of getting the taste of their own medicine. Rounds can end up opposing to your side. NXT has the capability to end things in their side as quick as possible, as you did it in their first round as well. But despite them having Capcan buff, despite them having Legion, I was expecting they will have that, entire, utility of, these kind of traps to just slow down this, probability of, entire quick push and quick rush up coming up from the side of NXT. This is what I thought at the first place when I saw Cupgun all together with Legion in the last round.
Now, we give it a second chance, maybe it didn't work out one time for Diavoli, but we're back down site. Which is interesting to see. Some teams do like to switch off as fast as possible. Seeing though as the top floor isn't available just as of yet, will be next round. But as of current, the bottom one is still the best pick. Playing yet again off of those verticals, Diavoli do need to kind of play off of them in the first place to not allow so much ground control here for NXT to take over in an instant yet again. But we have to play it safe. We saw NXT, they completely ignored all the roam, all the gadgets, and instantly went for sight. That worked out perfectly because Diavoli didn't have a good and nice established positioning all across the map, and especially these choke points. These are going to be the quick breaches here. Useful utility. We love the Ace Thatcher combo, as it's going to be working out because, yet again, Diavoli, their big mistakes are being shown, and that's going to be the Bandit, not picked, being quite a big one.
Trying to take the control of the assembly room over here. As you can see, they have Glass as well. They do have the Ash, where she can push in from the entire opposite side to just, distract all of the possible defenders, and the plant can still go down. But I love how in the last 3 rounds, like compared to this one too, but as I speak, a little bit of caster curse over there. That's going to be Castle to take out the side of Ash. But as I told you, the plant is about to go down. I'm not sure if they have any idea that the plant is still going down, and that's going to be the diffuser almost getting taken out at the right time. Double kill coming off from the side of Glass, and that's not. Apologies for diffuser has been planted. I completely missed out that action. Apologies. But that's going to be a really big trouble coming off for the side of defenders, as Glass has the control of this angle, which he will just enable and try to take out all of them one by one. Again, in a similar situation, all was left was just Legion in a 1v3 scenario, and that's going to be another attacking round victory coming off for the side of NXT. Continue to the point where I was speaking, in the in the entirety of the last 3 rounds, I love how NXT is able to just react to the entire scenario, react so fast to the entire scenario that, hey, this is exactly where the defenders are placed upon. This is exactly where you want to push. We execute it and we go for the plant. And yes, in the entire first round, they didn't have that much control of the IT room. The C4 is a probable cause of the entire round going on to the favor of Dyavoli. But look at the past 2 rounds. Both of the sides, it's the same scenario, same strategy, same kind of push coming off from the side of attackers, and Dyavoli wasn't able to defend their side.
NXT having really quick adaptation. They see another loophole there, definitely going to be expanding off of it. Dyavoli cannot give the same credit. We go downstairs because for a second time, we look to adapt and we look to overcome, get that 2-1 for ourselves. In the end, what ended up happening, they repeat the exact same mistake. They don't have that breach denial as before. They let these stairs be open. And of course, NXT come in rushing because the majority of these teams are upstairs trying to hold off nothing and fight against blank. That's the situation we're handed. Dyavoli, we need to switch it up quickly. We're back on this upstairs, and finally, hopefully, we can get that equalization through for a second time between these two teams. Yet again, though, you're on the defense right now. Having a 3-3 should be the least of your concerns, because if NXT here have a 4-2 first half, it's going to be absolute brutality.
Yeah. Again, the same thing, man. I just want to raise a question over there with you, like just having a normal discussion. Both of those, Tubarao and Kaid, both going out at the same time, from the side of both teams. I feel like this has been that one impact point which has been a problem across for the side of Dyavoli. Look at how easily they are gaining the access of the entire heartbeat situation. They are just able to breach it down in a couple of seconds. I feel like when they had, if they are able to pick up mute, some of the kind, other problem operators which can enable you to just slow down this entire push coming out, just slow down the entire how the attackers want to take control of these particular angles. The Blitz comes off through the Raptors, and they'll be able to take down the side of Azami. The Legion Boom Mines are having a little bit of that trouble situation going out to Blitz, but a good headshot gets connected from the side of Mira, probably in a 3v3 scenario. Now one of the defenders is still in the WNO state, so that's going to be a quick 1v3 and a man disadvantage scenario for the side of none other than Dyavoli. He's able to get able to put that black Mira window into that use in a right way. But last 1 minute and 35 seconds left on the clock, and that's going to be a 1v2 scenario coming off in a man disadvantage favor for Dyavoli.
Things coming out. Are we going to be handing them these 1v1 situations? Certainly not. Good util usage and good teamwork all the way from NXT, yet again claiming out the second round in a row. We saw the flash come out, tried to retreat, and walked right into the Bucks' hands. Loving arms spread out for a huge hug. A Teddy wanted that, and is the first half secured for NXT. At least a draw. Yet again, the worst that right now that can happen for Dyavoli is they lose 2 more rounds and it's going to be a 5-1 first half. Now, you mentioned, definitely the Tuber Arcade impact ban is going to be huge, but that's at some point their own mistake. Yet again, if NXT banned out one operator, Dyavoli had to have done the same. So they were either looking for a great second half, looking to bring it back, because that's the only way we can really have an upstanding situation, or in the other hand, if we're already on the downstairs. We saw the mistakes that happened, so why take off that bandit? We have the mute. Yes, we can switch them out for more operators. But in the end, if the breach is completely connected to the site itself and people can just run in and there's not a single character protecting him. Yet again, I don't remember a warden watching the breach as it was opened and characters just sprint in to get that defuse. None of it happened. So Dyavoli, just keep a bit more of a turtle strategy in mind. NXT, in the meanwhile, I mean, they're doing great. They're definitely having themselves a blast. In the 1v3 situation, they did pass off a 1v1 towards the end and let it come down to a 1v2, which was hopefully, one of the only minor mistakes they actually come across. But still, we're undergoing round 5 as of current, still upstairs. Actually, this is going to be the first time we see first floor, which I'm interested to see how the results come out to be.
This is where a lot of these roamers will play a very important role to just not let the attackers take control of the second floor. We do see more than 2 operators playing on the second floor area, but we do see the quick heart breach getting done over just over the the first floor entrance. But we do see also the attackers combined with Thatcher, Thermite, they're trying to open up the hard breach out onto a site and trying to take the control of the entire second floor as well. We do see they're trying to collect some more intel, and alongside Grim, we do see Demons, we do see Blitz. So I feel like yes, two of the operators trying to clear out the second floor for you, trying to clear out the rumors for you. Another three operators combined with Demons, Blitz, and of course Grim. Just way too many intel and information you can just gather with their operator utilities if you want to just go inside the side and challenge these defenders for a quick gunfight. It's going to be a very good and easy strategy that you can go in for. But yes, the first pick comes off. Shinite is able to take on the side of Devils, but on the other hand, it's going to be the side of Luminia to take out the side of Blitz.
No leverage given just yet. One player was taken out for the other. King Stiz is going to be a huge one. That's the Blitz. Yet again, the shield operators, there's a reason they're in the meta. Rax coming out, could have been quickly punished. Not quickly enough, though. Still Frey sticking down to business. Deathmark still around the corner. That's going to be the revolver, trying to make its look around. Janoski very close to a confrontation, but it's the Radin to open up the curtains here. Looking to continue up. It's another kill from the 5.52 on the kill feed. Down onto the Thermite, completely finished out. That's going to be a second for Radin. Beautiful shots all around. I believe that's going to be him bringing the cavalry. C4 is out. Doesn't claim a kill. Diffuser down. We're in this post plant now. Choose is going to be left down in a 1v3. And yet again, similar situation as previously. Deimos is out. You're completely overwhelmed. And NXT get their 4th round.
Now, not gonna lie, the only way where I see this match going in, if there's a probable chance where Dyavoli is still alive in this game, I have a strong I have a strong feeling to just say for a fact that momentum play is something that can affect a lot of the Rainbow Six Siege competitive gameplay. When there's one team just trying to just go back and forth, they are able to win back-to-back rounds. It's the other team's momentum play which is getting completely destroyed at a huge amount of rate. So the only way I see Dyavoli making a comeback in their scorecard, I feel like is only gonna happen when the entire attacker and defenders sites the swap gets made. I do see maybe Dyavoli trying to adapt, trying to as quickly as much possible adapt to the entire NXT's defending strategies when they will be on their defending rounds for the side of NXT. But it's 4-1 for the side of Dyavoli. I completely see this going into the favor of again, for the side of NXT, making it a 5-1 before we see the swap getting done. Sorry.
That's an interesting point. I do believe maybe that is Diavoli's plan. Yet again, like you stated here, Bullet, it's the only course of action we can take. The second half, you're going to be on the attack. Although you don't have that powerhouse of Monty Shorley, in the end, Cade and Tuber are off. So it's easy breaches. All right, that's basically half the way through, which is why NXT partially have also been winning the rounds. But Diavolo, it hasn't necessarily been only the breach that's been the mistake. It's been these early frags that they've let off so easily. 1v1 situations and overall letting the advantage take over. Now as we go back to this attack, some early damage. I believe King is going to be taking it surely from the electricity. That is going to be the EMPs coming out. Thermite ready to be tricked, but the Ace charge is a bit too fast. Of course, Bandit just can't respond in time.
Let's see what kind of another quick adaptation we do see from the side of NXT. We have seen that happening for the past couple of rounds, possibly the 4 rounds. But after such a long time, we do see the first pick off getting done from the side of Dyavoli. Still not confirmed yet, still in the DBNO state. But hey, a down is a down. Straight where it's due. We do see the first gunfight initiation almost getting won from the side of Dyavoli. We see definitely Dokebi going up to pick up his teammate. We don't see any kind of sheer aggression coming off from the side of Legion to take the guy out, to confirm that guy out. But we do see the other mirror window getting pressurized from the attackers, which connects towards the server, the command area over there. But on the other hand, we do see the side of Grim, entire combined with Chi, combined with Thermite as well, using all of the bees hives in action to get the most of the intel in their side. Brzezinski takes one with the SMG coming to play. A huge mistake from the side of Ash. Wasn't very much needed. You just needed to be there, but that's going to be a double kill coming off from the side of Legion. A triple, and boy oh boy, NXT falls like a deck of cards, 1 by 1.
The Great Depression now upon us as NXT are left in a 1v4, quickly shut down after getting it up the ladder just for 1. In the end, though, it's a 4-2, so it's not the worst. I'd still consider this very possible for Dyavoli to make their come about. In the end, though, That was quite a performance. We saw great trades, aggression from Dyavoli. Definitely unexpected. I would have loved seeing that earlier in the rounds. They've been really passive, just sitting back, waiting for everything to come to them, and taking that too literally. I think, but when we mean that as, the defense should let the attackers come to them, is not necessarily just swing out every single corner, but wait for the opportunity. If the plant is down, you have to play against your advantage. But even then, Dyavoli, they definitely caught NXT off guard, and now we have the first half through. That's going to be the role swap, and of course NXT now on the source side, being on that defense without no Cade, no Tubral, and left with only a Bandit, hoping that that's going to be enough to do the job. Yet again, Dyavoli, I believe they're going to be going for a similar strategy. We already see the gridlock for flank watch, possibly EMP impact on the deck. Thatcher, Thermite, Ace, you already know what's happening, especially when it's going to be that blitz in play. And this is going to be a tough one here for NXT to defend, and we're just going to have to see how it goes.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Let's see. But yeah, it's going to be a long part, not a very long path to just make the scoreline 4-4, but quite a hard one for sure for the side of Dyavoli. But we have to take a look at the first round of their attacking side, how they just approach the entire scenario being set out from the side of NXT. Look at them; they are doing they're going in for the similar operator lineup that we saw from the side of Dyavoli as well. They just have that one bandit to possibly block all of the possible heartbeat charges coming off from the side of Dyavoli. One other big change I do see from the side of Dyavoli, they're going in for gridlock. So it might be, both of all possible sides from the side of for the side of defenders being pushed off, whether it's be the rafters area, or whether it's be the vending machine, whether it should be back of the entire scenario being laid down on towards the command room. So it's going to be a really tricky one, but that's going to be the first pick. And that's going to be none other than the shield operator Blitz going out from the side of Dyavoli.
My God, Radin, he's holding this down wall single-handedly. Only one EMP left, only one exothermic, and unless there's going to be verticality involved, you can sayonara to not only that breach, but the Thatcher as well. Janoski has a good say about it. This is a two-man lead. Can it be converted? Definitely by Chin. He does get brought down by one, and that's that beautiful shotgun we love to see on the Warden. And the final kill from Radin, putting it all in the grave, and that's yet another round. A 5-2 here for NXT, as of course they're one away from match point, and we all know how big of a burden on one shoulder that can be, especially when you know you are one round away from losing out on that possible lifeline. Yet again, this is a best of 3, so if it is one out by NXT, they win out Clubhouse, they take it all. But Nighthaven and Clubhouse, while they are quite similar in breach, and of course I would say structure to some degree when it comes to main breach, of course bans, in the end, Nighthaven is a lot more strategy focused. Clubhouse, every single player in the game has to know Clubhouse, otherwise you're not playing Rainbow Six Siege, and that means it's going to be down to team chemistry and of course teamwork.
Yes, sir. Highly agree with the points you say, especially in the last one. If you don't know Clubhouse, you are definitely not playing Rainbow Six Siege. Yeah. That's that. But we were talking about how Dyavoli can write their comeback story in this later attacking rounds after the swap, but not really it, man. There was just one single guy playing it on the catwalk to stop all of the possible attackers who were trying to take the control of the entire scenario over there. So that was that. NXT answered it back beautifully, especially kudos to Inosuke. We do see him taking 4 frags for his team side. Being in the top frag, that's going to be none other than Radunsky, being with the 8 frag. But as of now, we do see Valkyrie Black Eye camps coming up as well. So they know for a fact that, yes, this team, it's a classic strategy. This is the Rainbow Six Siege. Every other team in the attacking side will try to take the control of the vertical situation as quickly as possible. All of the attackers will go in for the second floor approach, just the floor just above the objective room, to just play as quickly as possible to just put up that vertical pressure on towards the side of defenders. Know for a fact that we need some intel, and we'll go for a Black Eye camp. So they are doing it. But what I want to see is what I don't see from the side of Dyavoli. Don't get me wrong, but I don't see much of the drone work getting done post the prep situation. We did saw NXT just going out. One of the guys just going out for the entire drone and intel gathering situation to just get some more info. And there's that. We do see the first trade-off coming off from both sides. But Irinsky is going to be the guy to get that double. But Buck is going to take out Inosuke, making it the entire manpower scenario into 3v3. Almost getting taken out, but yeah, that's going to be a confirmed triple and a double from the side of Dyavoli, and that's going to be just one single guy left out. That's going to be another time Valkyrie in a 1v3 scenario.
When did everything go south? How did the Blitz manage to sneak up behind one of the players? And yet again, in the end, it was the Bandit to get a double out of it. Of course, Dyavoli, they returned the fire and, of course, passed it on to the person. In the end, though, still amazing confrontation here. Dyavoli on the attack, use that Blitz up front. That's a good single pick, Radden. Can you find two more? Are you good for them? There is that T4 coming out.
Can
but
connect?
yet again, does it connect? No, it's not going to be enough. The HP is a bit too low, and Prey is there to finish out what he started, settling out the score, climbing up the ranks yet again. It's 5-3, still on that 2 difference. But yet again, if we're going to be going round for round, we definitely know who's going to be the winner any second now as it's settled down, slowly having a bit of a confrontation. I'm wondering why no team has taken out a timeout. I mean, Dyavoli could have definitely used it a bit of rounds ago. And NXT right now, I say it would be preferable. You see Dyavoli, they're starting to pick up the ball. They're starting to go for those shoots and hoops. And in the meanwhile, you could shut it down, get the tempo reset, and the wavelength back on balance just with a single tactical timeout that you have free per each map.
Yes, sir. I feel like right you say, even if I feel like NXT can take it, but right now, of course, they are the team being in the lead, so it kind of makes a little to zero sense for the side of NXT to use that tactical time. But for the side of only, they should. And a diamond is just not for the cause that, hey, you want to discuss something with your teammate and whatnot. You just want to just take the entire moment play for the opponent team. And again, the same point. I strongly believe that entire moment play is very much a very impactful a point for a tactical shooter like Rainbow Six Siege. But anyways, folks, we'll do that discussion sometime later as round 9 commences in. 2 more rounds for the side of NXT to seal the victory on the map of Night Haven, which is going to be none other than the side of NXT. As Mac pick, if I'm not wrong. But for the side of Dyavoli, things can get a little bit shaky on the map of Clubhouse. I'm not really sure that they are one of the most strongest. That Clubhouse is one of their strongest map. I have seen Dyavoli performing really good on Night Haven, and that's why I said yes. The entire first map can go into the favor of Dyavoli, but kind of unnecessary aggression in my opinion, and you pay the price for it.
Radden shooting himself in the foot, going off for predictions he couldn't possibly know, and that's definitely not working out in his nor his team's favor. Verticality offset, that's going to be the Demo spotted, and the Demos, as we speak of the Devil, is going to be Frey, horns out, and definitely putting them right into Sheeny to claim. Second kill into the round. NXT falling shortly behind not only on players, but seems the consistency is slowly dropping off. Noski making an approach. Yet again, we need to play a bit more aggressive to get those 1v1s going, get it closer to that 3v3. Whatever the case ends up being, that's going to be the C4. Oh, going off of possible sound cues, barbed wire. Yet again, a lot of ground here taken out by Dyavoli, although still not flushing out those defenders is going to be huge, leaving a lot of time to be wasted. Swings are very imminent, but in the end, oh, Frey, that's going to be a second beautiful headshot onto King, and start us off yet again. It's opening after opening after opening. It's a triple. It's a 1v5. The C4 climbs 2 in return, and now it's the Bandit. Earlier, we couldn't execute off of this 1v3. Can we do it now, though? The C4 is wasted, but we still have that MP7, which can absolutely rain hellfire upon Dyavoli.
So there's still a chance, but yeah, as the second C4 coming out from the side of NXT doesn't connect, a huge chance for the side of Dyavoli to make this particular round coming in their way. But as it's going to be the side of Bandit trying to hold up in the Animus angle, yes, then the side of Bandit will try his level best to stop Dyavoli's plan to go down, but it's 1v3, man, and all of the possible angles can be blocked off from the side of the attackers, and in the end, it's just up to this one guy. So we do see the drone work getting done. Red Pink's coming up into play. They know for a fact that yes, Bandits is still going to chuckle in and just stick to that one of the corners as possible, and the plant will go down on towards the Animus corner. It's very much the default plant where we do see all of everyone just dropping in, going in for the plant, and the diffuser is successfully planted. I don't see this going down in the way of NXT, but Ajensky going for the triple, as the second attacker is just not right there. But yes, few of the vertical angles are still very much possible. Oh, a little bit of damage getting done. 25 seconds left out. The flashbangs are in, but not going to be another round victory going into favor of, finally and steadily into NXT's bag over there. But for the side, Dyavoli over there. But for the side of NXT, it was something very unusual. We did saw Dyavoli slowly and steadily answering back to all of the trade plays coming off at the right side. We did saw the side of Demos going for an insane 3K. when it was mostly needed to take off the entire 90 hallway control and then going down for the plant. But in the end, it was the side of NXT also to try their level best to make
Attackers
their
need
own
to
round.
locate and defuse bombs.
Really scary there. It was almost brought down to a 1v1 due to the bandit even downing the ram, I believe. In the end, though, of course, teamwork and the power of friendship managed to combine and get out that final kill. 5-4, one behind, slowly climbing up the ladder. Dyavoli looking really dangerous, and as the name implies, absolute demonic, as they're ready to make the second round be theirs. They may have lost quite majorly on the first, sure, but that doesn't mean they still can't equalize it out, maybe even go overtime, or if everything goes their best way and their best interest, it still goes 7-5. That is a possibility we can keep in mind, although 3 rounds in a row is definitely going to be something difficult and something that we need a lot of mind to put in together to accomplish in the first place. Now, the bringer bad news here is definitely that NXT have, yet again, fallen off, I say, for these couple of rounds. They haven't been able to consistently keep up. The early frags, each single one has been brought down, and of course, with Devils, the Demos coming out time after time after time after time, and there being absolutely no one to shut them down. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. NXT, we need a bit of a response. And in the meanwhile, as we head down, use a bit more of powerhouse operators. Yet again, we're on the Mirror of the Bandit, the Azami yada yada. It's the Fenrir that I'm really looking out for.
Let's see, sir. Let's see. This is the question where maybe in NXT will put up their match point coming in their way, or maybe it will be the side of Dyavoli to just hold side of NXT to not let them just go on to their to not let the other team going for the match point play first. But for the side of okay, we do see the side of Mira getting used up, where and the other ball also getting reinforced, which I don't usually see, so a little bit surprising for me. Not gonna lie over there. But for the side of Dyavoli, there's just Drake again. We do see the Thatcher and Thamai coming onto play, trying to take and open up the IT room control. On the other side, the side of Bandit and Mira are more focused to play upon and just stop the entryway coming up for the side of the server area.
It's some Selmas, although I don't know how wise it's going to be to leave IT open. We saw Radden. He really stuck out earlier on this upstairs side. We won. NXT picking him off there just for that Mira. Yet again, gonna have to pull a lot of gadgets here to stop Dyavoli from coming in hot and executing everyone on site. He's at me from Rafters, a lot of presence, don't get me wrong, but it's a sole player against possibly 3-4 pushing in. It's too overwhelming. Coming in hot, though, that's going to be the Shadow on the window, taking out that Mirror and all usability. Rags coming out too. The breach is there. Beautiful collaboration of kills. It's a bit too late. You approach this exothermic and look to make an aggressive play, although Radden, you're playing with fire and it's heating up with each second you stand there. But is the swing going to come about, or is anyone going to watch in from Electric? 2 players there ready to do, and that's going to be an expectancy here. Good AK-12 shot in, opening into this round. Round number 10. We're in those double digits, so you know this is about to get intense. Looking to chain it onto a second, possibly. Dyavoli, we're running out of time. 40 seconds, need to make a play. The Izami, is there going to be an exposure? Not too sure. We're still looking for it. In the end, though, it's King to fall first. It's 3 players remaining. Speaking technically in the midst of all of this chaos that's about to go down. Swings are there. It's a 1-for-2 deal. Profit for Dyavoli as they just can't lose. 2v3, Sheeny does want to bring it back. The diffuser still going down. It's going to be stuck out nicely. A beautiful kill. 2 left behind pillar. 1 executes and goes back off, while the left is standing out. That's going to be the ace on 14 HP. It's a 2v2 situation. Post plant. Reserve 7 seconds out for that defuse. Both players, we need to make a play. It's a down to 1 and a second as well. Beautiful shots from the ace, making it all the way through. He doesn't need a lot of fancy HP. He just needs a good gun and those bullets to hit.
Oh boy, this was one of the closest round that we have witnessed up till here. For round number 10, such a close execution coming off from the side of Dyavoli. I want to add that close and neat going into favor of Dyavoli. They hurt. They hurt the side of NXT where it hurted the most. They knew for a fact that yes, Mira will definitely be a very big trouble if we need to take that Mira guy down and out. We knew for a fact that yes, we have to focus on the server connection as much as possible. And kudos for the side of Dyavoli, not letting the side of NXT going to the first team to go on the match point for this map of Nighthaven. So it all comes down to this one, folks. NXT was the team to just reign their supremacy on towards side Dyavoli. Dyavoli was struggling a lot in their defending defending rounds, but now as they are in the attacking side, not probably saying for a fact that Dyavoli is able to outperform NXT every now and then is not going to be the right thing, but they're able to match even Steven up against the side of NXT, and this is what really matters. All you need to have, just play with a calm mind, playing for where NXT can lose their grip in the entire side situation, fill those gaps, stay liquid, and the entire scenario for yourself.
Oh no. Oh, it's happening again. Oh, this isn't going to be good, Rad. And it's a second time. Please don't let it go to waste. You have been losing out round after round, losing out on the opportunity of match points. And one of those was purely because possibly your mistake was high. And again, we see NXT making such aggressive but yet predictive plays. It's either that or Dyavoli have been really 12 steps behind, because each time that an NXT player, I'm looking at you, Radden, right now, swing out from any angle, they just get executed on the spot. And I don't know how they do it. I don't know how NXT mess up so badly, but they've had such a strong upfront performance up until now that they've completely lost it. It's like they're passing it right over to Dyavoli to take, and it's been a spree of rounds, round after round. It came down from what, 5-2 to 5-5? That is not the best to be at.
Yes, sir. Yeah, completely agree, man. And that's one of the strongest points that you have raised, man. That we have seen that over aggression of, for some of the few of the players coming from NXT, going for a run out, going for not really needed spawning and whatnot, has been costing their rounds. And this is what they need to just take a step back, put up a full stop on that entire play, which you don't want to do. Specifically, but we do see the side of Twitch trying to enter around for the Zeros. What planter is going out? Where are the defenders at? Where is the C4? C4 comes in, not gonna connect. Oh, Dyavoli will just go in for a plant execution like that, my friends.
NXT not only passing up the mistakes, but also rounds is in the meanwhile. Whoa, 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 calm down. We're just joking, players. They took that to heart. A triple kill from nowhere, looking to make it a quad. They could be going for a defuse. Coming out from behind is going to be the only player left standing. Frey, can you do it? It's a good headshot, but can you be good enough for two? Certainly not. Shinny out from above, and that's the defuse through. And Bullet, it's 6-5. It's either all down to the wire here, because we go into one of these two paths. We finish out map 1 and NXT win it out. We continue on to Clubhouse as if nothing even happened. Or we go into overtime, which I'm very excited for if it does end up coming to it.
Boy, oh boy, we were talking about how Dyavoli was just able to just plant it out without, NXT showing those, few signs of, answering back the entire strategies. But that's that. NXT was able to find that round in their own side, and we still have Dyavoli just fighting off for their survival in this matchup. Match point, folks, coming off on the side of NXT now, and things can go to anyone's side now. But I still I still firmly believe on how few of those last attacking rounds are coming in and going back and forth into the favor of Dyavoli. Yes, some of those attacking rounds have been very close into the favor of Dyavoli, and that's why I'm saying this. But for the side of NXT, it's just one more round. This one, round number, this particular round number 12. If this goes on to their side, they will be the winners of this Night Haven Labs, and then we proceed on the map of Clubhouse. But mind you, folks, Clubhouse is not a very, I would say, a map where I have personally seen. I could be completely wrong about it, pardon me. I can be completely wrong about it, but I haven't seen Dyavoli playing so much really good, or in terms of just, outperforming every other team when they have fought off on the map of Clubhouse. So I'm a little bit skeptical on how Dyavoli will perform on the map of Clubhouse if this goes on into favor of NXT.
If your experience tells me right now that Dyavoli aren't going to have the best time on Clubhouse, that should be just that much more of an extra booster here for them to win out Night Haven in first place. Get this round, go into overtime, win out 2 out of the 3, and you're good. Then you can safely lose out Clubhouse if that tends to be the choice, or maybe even finish it on the match too. I don't know what plans for Dyavoli are. I'm quite certain that is winning out the match, but in the meanwhile, everything is getting hectic yet again. NXT 6-5. I don't think you want to risk it going into the second half, seeing that Dyavoli, they're nothing short of a very strong rival for you, seeing as the score is very close. In the end, though, it is third place we're fighting for, and quite an interesting pool of course, prizes all ready to be claimed. But who's going to be the one standing on their back foot, and who's going to be the one in this upfront, I'd say, standard position ready to claim out the victory? We have to see, though. Time is a virtue. Very good approach here from Dyavoli, taking it quickly in the meanwhile, also backing up NXT into corners as they're looking to execute them on site.
We don't see as much as of these attackers coming down to take the control of the upper floor vertical area from the side of Evoli. We have seen, compared to the NXT's approach, we have seen NXT just rushing down to those entry points, just rushing down to take the map control. But for now, quick execution can definitely come in at any time. Trying to take a little bit of that 2 mine damage. 2 mine will be taken out as soon as he hits one. But you do see some of the damage going on to the way for the side of Buck. Was It was an vertical gunfire coming on today. The C4 gets placed up. He's gonna go and take a look at the black eye cam. Might connect. Definitely not. C4 getting wasted. Almost that could have been a connection over there, but that was a little bit unlucky coming out from the side of Demos. And sorry, that was none other than the Grim. But for the other side, we do see 50 seconds just left on the clock. Time is a virtue, as you said, man. But for the side of Dyavoli, I don't see where those pointers coming from. Yes, you have got those all of the possible vertical line of sights coming in, but you need to start pushing down to the objective
bomb
to
has been
let the
located.
plant of the diffuser plant going down. You need to start right now. Just 30 seconds are left.
Death Mark finally coming out. That's going to be the
nice
opening here. Beautiful one for Frey. Looking to claim out the second, although he's under much more contention from these backstairs. And that's going to be a quick trade on to Radden. Drop out onto single. This could be a big play. Outset earlier being saved by his left, rights, and feet walking forward. Legion Ku's coming out to completely thorn anyone down. 10 seconds remaining. You have that diffuser on lock. That's going to be the flash. And going into that default plant yet again, although is it going to be safe enough to contest? That's going to be Janoski with one. Fakes it out, and that's a take and take. It's not going to be enough time to get it down. And NXT win it out 7-5 fashion. What an unfortunate turn of events. All up down to the one player holding the diffuser and the one who's planting it being taken out, and with it, the diffuser goes down too. The case is on the floor, and so is this match finalized. It's a 7-5. It was close, and we can definitely give some credit here to Dyavoli for making a great comeback. They had some nice rounds
Almost
in
had
the
it.
second half, but in the end, it sadly just wasn't enough due to their performance in their first.
Yeah, there were some gaps which were filled in by from the side of Everly, but credit where it's due. I did saw it ending up really, really quick as how we did saw the side of just NXT rushing down in their attacking side, and they were even playing it really well in their defending round as well. But credit to the side of Everly to at least fighting it off till the end and showing that hey, they still have this, they still got this, and we'll show them in the second map where we can almost try to get the second map victory in their side.
Yeah, well, welcome back everyone to our between the first and the second map. To whoever is still joining us right now, first map is over 7-5 as we just saw, and we are going to the second map, which is Clubhouse, and this is a best of three. And of
Yes,
course,
sir.
let's remind everyone in the chat that if you did not get into the giveaway, this is your chance, and if you did not, you should start get points if you don't have enough points, because the giveaway will stay open until the end of the last round of the second map or the third map if teams decided to go to the third map. So
Yeah.
make sure to keep the streams open and keep watching the games until the very last round, so you can get as much points as you can. So if you don't have points, you can enter. And of course, let me remind you that this is going to be a credit giveaway. So there will be two winners at the end of the streams. So, guys, let's go back to the game. We saw a game that was going in a one direction first, and then it completely went all over the place in the other half. So it was like 4-2. NXT was not really doing well, and they didn't stick the landing, as we say, in the first half. And then first 4-2 after the switch, everything changed. So Buffalo, what do you think? What do you think happened, and what do you think the team Diavoli needs to do to make sure they win the second map?
I don't know if it was the adaptation coming out from the first half here for NXT, but in the 5-5 score, it was realized the first one to claim out 2 rounds in a row is the only one to capture the opportunity to finish it within regulation. So they finally got back in the driver's seat, put the gas pedal to the metal, and won those rounds out just to finish it out without having the risk of going into overtime. And yet again, it's Go NXT. it's that really early start that was allowed to them by Dyavoli. That was the huge mistake. Dyavoli let too many rounds slip by, and with it, I think that's the major mistake. Yet again, being a bit too careless, allowing too much aggression to come through, and not reading
Yes.
off of your opponents in the end was just not a good move.
Yeah, same thing from my side. Just stopping the entire the wrath of NXT. Divoli was just not able to just stop those really quick adaptations and the entire push coming off in the first few rounds. Yes, the first, I guess that was the second or the third round which went on the favor of NXT in their defending round. But other than that, Divoli were just not able to stop. Even we did saw them taking those trap operators, like two of those trap operators in a matchup of a 5v5. I feel like that's mostly it you can do. You need to have Smita, you need to have a mute, you need to have those smokes coming off to just stop off the plant. But other than that, I feel like, again, the same thing I would say. On the map of Clubhouse, I haven't seen Divoli performing really well. So again, I'm really, really skeptical if it will be Divoli's game. But they have that capability, I feel, where if there's some certain mistakes getting done in from the side of NXT, they will adapt to those certain scenarios and get that round victory on their side. If they're able to do that in the second map, this might be their victory coming in.
All right. Yeah, that sounds good because the next map is going to be a clubhouse, and as you guys said, it's the map that everyone in Siege, everyone who plays competitive or not, knows how to play this map. So before we go into that map and before we talk more, we're going to take a quick, small break, and we will be right back with you guys for map 2.
I must have went blind tonight, cause I swear that you out of sight. Man, I'm so up, I could be a pilot, and I just hope trying to catch a flight. So let me get the digits. I call right now if you with it. I seen 1,000 pretty girls in this room. $1 and I've been looking for you. I've been searching, it's so hard to find a girl who's one of a kind. Cause being alone just isn't cool. I'll take 1,000 trips around the world just so I could find you, girl. Cause darling, I've been looking for you. Yeah, I'm looking for you. For you. I'm looking for you. For you. Let's get it now.
I'm so up, I could be a pilot, be a pilot, be a pilot. I'm so up, I could be a pilot,
now.
Ouais, choc-les, choc-les. Ouais, choc-les, choc-les, choc-les. Ouais, voilà ce qu'ils me disent. Les entends parler et ils m'étrisent. J'arrête que pour rafler la mise. Petit pas sur la piste. Et le succès, je l'ai pisté. Disent que la place du premier. Fais monter la côté. Sur moi, tu mises gros. Tu connais déjà l'équipe. Ça criera au complot. Je prends le double, on est quitté. Je fais la magie des chiffres. La somme, je la triple. La concurrence, la dribble. Et le stade est en délire. Ça fait choquer. J'arrive pour tous les choquer. Toute la foule, elle est choquée. J'espère que t'es accroché. Gauche, droite, esquive les rageux. Coach m'a rajouté du temps de jeu. Dans l'action, ouais, je me sens en feu. Je suis on fire. Je fais la différence au compteur. Money time, ça shoot sur le buzzer. Je suis on fire. Choqué, j'arrive pour tous les choquer. Toute la foule, elle est choquée. J'espère que t'es accroché. Choqué, j'arrive pour tous les choquer. Toute la foule, elle est choquée. J'espère que t'es accroché.
Welcome to the XXL Nutrition HQ. XXL Nutrition is the most popular online supplement brand in Europe. Our proteins, pre-workouts, dietary supplements, and of course our sportswear is developed with the greatest possible care. We are known for providing the highest quality products and the best service. Daily, we are working with a motivated team on new developments, promotions, and quality control to serve our customers in the best possible way. XXL Nutrition is an established name in the B2B and B2C market. Therefore, we can also be found in many gyms, supplement stores, and supermarkets. Offering the highest possible quality is the foundation of our brand. Only the best ingredients and materials are used for our products. Everyone at our company has passion for health and fitness. That's why we want to provide our customers, and of course ourselves, with the best products. We prepare all orders in our own warehouse, which has the capacity to process more than 10,000 orders daily. Thank you for supporting XXL Nutrition. We are XXL, the most popular brand in sports nutrition.
Fancy?
So, guys, I was lost into the thinking of the map and what can we do? What can the teams do? And I was talking with the teams telepathically, and I was like
Okay.
making
Okay.
sure they want to play the site that I want to see, which is bar. Something that a lot of people might disagree on in this scene, the validity of bar clubhouse. What do you guys think about this site?
No.
Yeah, Puff, go ahead.
Wow.
I think we're just gonna end it there. It's no. It's a simple answer. Just no. I mean, if we get to play it, fine. I'm all decks on board. I'm for it. Eyes on the prize because I have never seen that site in competitive ever.
Exactly.
I think, but
Yeah.
there's a reason for it. It's just not good.
Come on.
It's just not good.
Invasion.
They
old rogue, last round winning it. Come on, what more do you need to know
but it
that
comes
this
down
is better side?
it comes down to the very last preferences. The teams prefer is one of the last sites that you want to play on. When every other site is unavailable, it's at the last site. But the main reason is just bar stage area just being way too exposed. You have way too many angles as a defenders, way too many angles to defend on. 5 attackers, even if you take all 5 trap operators, it's still not going to be enough. There's those vertical places that can be open, the entire stock room angles can be open, then you have the kitchen hallway, then you have the porch. There's just way too many angles for defenders to just hold their boots on the ground and stop all of these attackers to just make an entry or to go for the diffuser plant.
I see. Yeah, for me, of course, I have a preference for that site. I've always been fond of it more than CCTV. But I
Okay.
guess we will see what the teams do for us and have for us. But before we get into the map and teams, let's take a quick look of how did we get here. The
Yeah.
bracket and the teams did. How did we reach to this point? Because I think this is a very important point. Wild Academy and Diavoli played each other. Wild Academy won. NXT and ITB Academy, ITB Academy won. And by the way, Wild Academy and Diavoli was a very close match. It was 2-1. And the rounds were very close to each other because in the end, still, as it sounds like that, first map was maximum OT. Both second and third map were like 7-5 and 7-4. So this was very close for Team Diavoli. However, today maybe they didn't do that well in the first map, but still, uh,
Yeah, just to
they can have their redemption back.
Yeah, just to add on to that, just adding to that point where you all of the guys asked me why you have picked up Divoli. Wild Academy is that one that where that one roster which has been completely had an insane run in the entire last stage. They're that tier one academy roster which has great players, great coordination, everything just on the elite part. And Divoli is that one team which they didn't had a very good run in the entire later stages of the past run. But hey, folks, we have the games, ready and waiting. All the players are in lobby, I suppose, as we got the confirmation from the backend. We'll be jumping on to the clubhouse map anytime soon now. So before we go, I want to ask you, Pixel, what is your prediction? Whom do you think the second map can go into the favor of? In
Well,
favor of?
if we see the same style of everything, I think this is going to be an OT, and NXT will take it, but it will be OT.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Puff?
I'm still sticking to NXT. I voted for them. I am a bit
Okay.
more familiar with them. Although I definitely can give Diavoli the
Yeah.
Diavoli here that they're a good team. They have really proven themselves strong in certain areas. It's just that, I have a history with NXT and I just know the players a bit more. So it's
Mhm.
really a safe bet for me.
Yeah, if I just want to ask myself because no one asked you, I might.
Okay,
I
you know
might
what?
say,
I'll ask you. just so we don't get to it. Bullet, what about you? Who do you think is going to win and why is that?
as this is Clubhouse, I will say NXT. No question marks. I haven't seen personally Davoli performing so much better on the map of Clubhouse. No pun intended. No disrespect to the team. But as I saw the first matchup being so, NXT being so on point with their entire execution, whether it's be their defending side, whether it's especially the attacking side, it was just way too good comparatively what we saw from the side of Davoli. So yes, for the side of Clubhouse, I will go for the side of NXT. But if Divoli pick out some pocket strat, just pick out that last card strat in there from their pockets, maybe things can be a little bit uncertain.
Maybe, maybe not. We're going to have to see the results soon. Undergoing round number 1 yet again. We're back to square one this time, though, although it is 1-0 here in the best of 3 for NXT as they look to finish it out. All votes are against Diavoli, so it's up to them to shut our mouths up and put the money where their mouth is, as it is going to be none other than Clubhouse, and the side is going to be the best one out of everything that's offered. Church downstairs. Looking at the bands, we have the Maverick, the Monty. Nothing of the sorts yet again. It's similar to Night Haven. The two joining there as well is going to be interesting, but I think it's run of the mill. The Valkyrie, though, I would have expected something more like a mirror, Azami, especially on that Raptor side. But yet again, Valkyrie, seeing as how much the information gather is on her, it is no question still a viable pick. You can get so much purely just by placing 3 cameras in kitchen, C4s from below, easy picks time after time again.
10 seconds remaining.
My biggest concern here, though, as we head down to this defense, is NXT. They're on
seconds to go.
Church, but there seems to be no Cade.
Yes, sir.
Locate and defuse the bomb.
Okay, but I still feel them picking up Goyo and especially combined with Kiba barrier. I feel like they can do their part. You know, Goyo's work on canisters now, you can place them anywhere around. If you want, you can just place 2 of them at the right corners, let the attackers come down, drop down from the hatch, and just blue those worker canisters at the right time. Maybe that can do the job. But hey, only time can tell, and the strategies, all of the possibility coming out from these defenders can tell the entire story. As we approach the first round, as I speak, Legion will be the guy to go down, and that's going to be one more from the side of King, as he confirms it too. But Legion is still in the DBNO state. He crawls it way back into the covers, but Sheeny is going to be the guy to take up the side of Kushi. Way too much action right now, folks. As comes if Sheeny goes down, a double kill coming in for this lad, making it a 3v3 now. Make that one more, and that is going to be a really quick 2v3 scenario where NXT are again and again just giving that similar taste of their entire rush down medicine to the side of NXT. This time around, it's going to be the Dyavoli trying to just quickly adapt to the entire scenario that, hey, we can be that one team where we can just push up really quick, take the entire map control, and show the side of NXT that we still got this on the map number 2.
How does one drop the ball so hard? I don't understand. We had a 5v3 situation. Okay, 2 players are down. That's completely fine. Janoski, he finds the equalization shortly after I say it. In the end, though, a 2 down while 1 going for the pickup, then punished. We had, the majority of the team, 3 players upstairs, all to be taken out in a swift play by 1 Ash. Majorly looking to choose here, making his way through these Capkins. Also information being relayed too. It is a 2v2. There is a bunch of time for Dyavoli to still work with, certainly because they're also working with possibly getting the hatch due to the Cade not being there. As we speak of it, that's going to be the blue one taken out. Looking to continue over to bar, maybe get into kitchen. The drop is definitely going to be for both players. I don't think Dyavoli want to risk these 1v1 situations, but we do want to risk taking these gunfights from above, trying to catch anyone in a bit of a difficult, awkward position, and at the same time, their footing not being the best. Is Choose. He goes down main stairs, looking yet again for that opening. A 2v1 here would be ideal for any of these teams, as both are searching for it like if it was a hidden treasure. We need to pick up the shovel and start digging, though. That's going to be the TCSG. It's a strong gun, but you need to land the bullets here. Slowly ticking is down. Half a minute left. Completely overtaken. That's going to be the Mojo. Goyo canisters also popped. Fire. You can't run through it. This is not going to be an option. Or certainly damage onto Alzit. He's looking for some pre-fires. The gun capacity on the Alzit, on the Habana, definitely isn't something comfortable. Coming around swinging, although is it recognized the Goyo? Oh, he doesn't know it. It's an early down. It's a 1v1 by this Moto side. It's a 1v1 officially between the last players. The pistol is out, and it's claimed out by us. Choose absolute domination. Coming out swinging, and he still manages to make that hipfire look, or that trigger finger look as if it was semi-automatic.
And that was a 4K, if I am not wrong, from the side of Goose. But yeah, the first 2 kills come down on the second floor, and that was that. But what a round. What a round. We did saw, NXT raining down some real good fire on towards the first map in the similar way, where they were taking those map control. They're trying to just get all of the possible, is the entire situation control on their own side, then going to try to challenge those defenders for a gunfight and winning those massive number of gunfights on their side. But this time it's going to be the side of Dyavoli. So, a step in the right direction, but they have to, just make these steps count. One more round up to the next one. They have to just focus on one step at each time. One time, sorry.
One time indeed. Now, as Dyavoli get a good starter in, yet again, taking a look at how they managed to punish NXT for their so-called crimes of playing so roamer heavy, we had all the players upstairs, the majority of it, and Dyavoli to figure out something's wrong. Why are all these people approaching construction? Well, it doesn't matter. We're going to hold our angles. We're going to let them walk right into us and just punish. Just take those balloons, pop them time after time again. And in the end, even though when the NXT backed up their talk, and the 1v1 was really imminent, it's the aggression that was really unnecessary again. Capcan could have just hit, maybe played it off behind, backed off into Moto. The diffuser was definitely there. He definitely also saw it drop down to the floor. So with the case in hand, just play it safely. At times, we don't need this aggression, and I'm assuming that's what happened as well. Yet again, King being punished. It's going to be none other than Devils, of course, sticking out with the name of Dyavoli. Really nice complementation between the two, and it's an early pick onto not only a player of NXT, but it's going to be the best possible pick as it's the Izami off the board.
Let's see. Another time we do see someone from the side of NXT going down. Is the vice versa case, and entire of these green takes and checklists going into the favor of Dyavoli. Them getting those first frags, them getting those early kills, them getting those, you know, side control, whether it's be the 90 hall, whether it's be the main stairs. They are trying their level best, but we do see some of the damage getting done from the side of the Buck. Way too much of an extraordinary angle, trying to just play vertical from the second floor, and them able to connect on towards the basement is something that you usually don't see in Voltage League, so kudos to him. But we also see this out of Ash trying to take the control of the blue area, slowly and steadily making her way.
By the looks of it, can really corner NXT completely backed off into their own side. That aggression, all that utility put upstairs, the contribution was not needed as it's overtaken. That's going to be the can opener, destroyed out by the Cade. We place it down, a second one used, and we finally confirm it through. The Cade claws, we like them being seen through, although it still pivots towards Dyavoli even when they have to work off of taking out and forcing out operators to bring out those EMP impacts, maybe even the Thatcher, you name it, as all along that's going to be a heavy blue push, taking out the mirrors along the way, taking out 2 Ash charges. It's a bit of waste utility, although it's there for that sole reason. Making an approach, we have that minute slowly standing it down, and of course allowing NXT to have a short amount of time to work with, but at the same time, it's this burst of aggression that Dyavoli work with best as they look to make the play out of it. Hatches are open, so NXT can only guess when they're going to start dropping in from where from, as yet again, it's left down to solely questioning our plays and how do we play as a team in order to prevent it all from happening. There's not much flashes besides on Alzet, who is rocking out the Habana yet again, low capacity on the gun, but definitely utility at an all-time high. 4 players completely stuck in. Crossfires stand alone everywhere. One on blue, but it's a spread out push from Dyavoli, looking to completely corner out and also cross out every single player. We have some on blue, we have some on main. Coming down from Hatch, that's going to be 1 kill, although return from Shinny. It's a 2-for-1 deal, and it's definitely a Black Friday sale, as in the end, they're going to be getting a huge discount on 4 picks and a second round for themselves.
Not sure whether a huge discount, but this was something that they really worked hard in for. Not gonna lie, this is Dyavoli fighting back. Like I say, one step at a time, but a really good execution coming out from the side of Dyavoli. A really good read onto the entire scenarios on how they can just suppress down the possible but the possible approach being way too good from the side of NXT. And like I said, they just need to fill in those gaps, stay liquid, and just try to get as many rounds as possible in their attacking round. So yes, completely proving me wrong for the first 2 rounds. I did say that Dyavoli is that team. I haven't seen them personally performing so well in their clubhouse matches, and if I'm able to recall it right, I have seen Dyavoli playing 3 or just 2 games in the entire this season of Voltage League. I could be completely wrong about it, folks. Pardon me. But yes, for the side of NXT, this might be a little bit of their wake up call. You just defeated this team in your own attacking rounds. In the previous map of Night Havens, we are not able to do it in a similar way on the map of Clubhouse. Yes, this might need to be a wake-up call. If Dyavoli gains up that momentum, being able to do that same vice versa effect, 5-0, 5-2, before the entire swap is getting done. So yes, NXT can deal in a similar fate where Dyavoli was in the previous map of Night Haven maps.
Third round, this is going to be that confirmed quarter of regulation. Also, Sola's being brought out. Interesting pick. Because again, it's not going to be necessarily focused towards denying breach, which Dyavoli are really looking forward to, seeing as we have the Thermite, Ace, and Thatcher all in combination. But NXT focusing a bit more on traps, a bit more on intel, and a bit more on denial. The Legion, Frost, nicely to stagger. Of course, that mirror probably taken out quite quickly, I'm going to assume, by Frey's Flores drones. The Solus, yet again, verticality if you want to go for any planned denials, and in the midst of all the action as well, get some information along the way. And the Izami on Shinny, who has been having some tough tough times. Those 2 kills have been the highest for them to pass on between Shinny and Janoski for the entire match. Although still looking really rough. A counter to the Azam as well is going to be that Flores. And yeah, Dyavoli, they really have NXT on edge here.
Right now for the side of Dyavoli, one thing that they're doing completely right is just taking their time out, gathering as much of those intel possible, and just acting on it as soon as possible. That's one thing. Now we do see them opening all of the possible charges, those angles on the construction area. They want to take the entire control of the construction over there. But for now, they have to really make sure that there's no one trying to flank you out, as we do see Demos taking the entry on the first floor. But for now, yes, the one thing that they are doing completely right, which I didn't saw in the first map. Ooh, I would just want to stop myself. That was a really courageous peek being done from the side of Azami, and being successful with it. No more retro drones being in trouble for you folks now. But of course, there's one more thing that you need to take on. That's when you do mines.
Protecting not only the team, but also the victory alongside Shinny doesn't like his Kiba barriers being taken out board, so he's going to be taking a bit of a vengeance arc on Frey. Turned out the Russian Dyavoli had a really great start. I feel like they got so much progress in early. Great information. Also looking to NXT have them completely cornered. Now it's down to 30 seconds so early on. Flashes are going to start popping out at any moment, and as we speak of it, we're ready to get some pre-fires on, but NXT, they're not having a worry. That's going to be the slash mist, although it doesn't matter. Still a pick on the second one right after. Triple here for Dyavoli as they look to continue and have it be the only pick being taken off that Flores, as it's all left down to Radin. He can secure himself a nice vertical play as he's just going off of this hatch from the side of Pool. Not much of a rotation being made at any possible given moment, besides when, of course, that post plant is given. Thatcher still sitting by the main stairs side, getting a nice pick is going to be Choose. And even though it was a really solid start here from NXT, they just could not back up the talk.
Another green take for the side of Dyavoli, approaching all of the possible angles where you can just let defenders come in your reticle. Whether it's be the main stair, whether it's be the construction lobby, whether it's be the other the window on towards the boardroom over there. So all of those green takes are just going. All of those checklists are just being in the green takes for the side of Dyavoli. And kudos to Koosh now, being that one frag capable guy, just going in, landing those headshots perfectly. He was the guy in the previous rounds as well. When this entire map started, if I'm not wrong, he was definitely in the top 2 in the last matchup as well when Dyavoli lost up in the first map. But hey, if the guy's able to do his part perfectly, the other team will just fall in line and do their part perfectly as soon as they get their chance as well. But for now, like the same thing, NXT, it's a wake-up call for you. It's 0-3 now. Of course, things can get switched up anytime. The gears can, the tables can turn anytime. This is Rainbow Six Siege for a reason. But it all comes down to that we have to just wait and watch and analyze and how things can unfold for the couple of rounds later.
Complete polar opposite of how it went earlier, as now we set our eyes on back to Radin. Earlier starting it off was, I believe, Shinny on the Azami. Now it's Radin. Yet again, that aggression being about. And finally, a spawn peak working out for him is definitely going to be putting some icing on the cake. A bit of seasoning to start off round number 4. And taking out yet again the Flores. As Zajanski definitely happy about not losing Kiba barrier so fast. Gonna complete a lot of composure for his team as they're gonna have a bit more free movement around the entirety of this construction logi site. Good early pick. Dyavoli already losing every single second you're stepping out, you're not wasting inside of this building, trying to get information. And in the meanwhile, Deathmark not initiated, but Radin, that's going to be a great second into the round, looking to put the icing on the cake as he makes his way down to Elpit. But does he expect the third player? Oh, almost punishes him for it. That was not well played out by Dyavoli as they're slowly starting to lose the grip.
Slowly starting to lose their grip, and now, like I said, they need a wake-up call, and they are definitely on the right time to put up the alarm ring going off. But for now, we do see the side of FaZe trying to use attack with some charges to put some more angles onto the play. But for now, NXT on how they especially the side of Radianski are able to do his part for now in this particular round. It's going to be for the side of Dyavoli for a bigger challenge. They need to make this possible 3v5 coming to their scenario. But for now, they just might want to change in their approach. They just might switch up their angles and go in for a different entryway. I'm pretty much sure NXE is more than ready to stop the entire push coming off from this the construction area.
Dyavoli being called up by NXT. I've been answering up the calls about 3 times up until now. Now they're starting to slowly lose connection, not only to the remaining players who are already 6 foot under, but Choose as well. 53 HP isn't going to be good. The Exothermic, it's going to go off, and King is going to be taking not only huge damage, but a bit of a patch is going to be needed here for NXT as they lose a player. But return 2, good shots out. That's going to be the Spetsnaz SMG. Shinny downing out and finishing with the SMG 11. And of course, it's left down to the final player, who's going to be none other than Cassie on that AK. 2 HP on the zombie, backs off quickly. There's no Doxton to patch him up, but there's still 4 players, and that's what matters. Completely stuck outside the building, looking to whip out that secondary, but 1 bullet is going to be enough to finish the job. You are cornered into this outside of this building. There's 1 behind you, there's 1 on your right, 1 on your front, and you are in a circle, a triangle of death. And Radin there, just like he started it, he'll be the one to deliver the coup de grace, and that's a final first round here for NXT, as it took him a bit, but we're slowly getting there.
That took him a bit, and this is the completely, if I'm not wrong, the same pattern. Not exactly, but there was just 1 round after the entire 5th round got ended up in the first matchup. But after the 6th round, it was a 4-2 scoreline. This is almost going the similar way, but just the entire vice versa scenario. It was 3-1 for the side of NXT, Dyavoli being just that 1 round that they got in. But other than that, this is going in being completely the same way for the side of Dyavoli. But hey, kudos to the side of NXT finally answering that wake up call and getting that first round victory. And kudos to Rzinski being that guy to just play when being the guy to just play his role as much as playing at the right time where it is mostly needed up to just clutch it out for your team. But for the side of Dyavoli, yes, we do see the changes coming in. We do see the improvements coming. We do see them being in that control of the entire map of Clubhouse. Not being very much right for the side of NXT, which I completely not expected. I was expecting maybe the similar line of play where we did saw NXT in the first matchup. But for the side of Dyavoli, again, similar statement that which I said earlier. They're putting their steps in the right direction, so they have to just approach every other round 1 round at each time. They don't need to get themselves ahead of them. They just need to just play it out, just slow it out the entire scenario, and just let these attackers come in.
Well, this is dangerous. It's a rush. Yep. It's a rush here. The blitz. Oh, the buck coming out from dirt. We're already in sight. Dyavoli, you lose 1 player, but in the meanwhile, you trade him out for 2. That's Janoski with a second, but 2 are returned. Those are going to be the gas canisters going absolutely off, just like Shinny with a double. The blitz is still standing. The Fink is there to boost him up. And in the meanwhile, we're in the post plant such quickly in. The LMG making its way through onto the kill feed. It's a 2v2 between all the players. And NXT, you've just regained a round. Don't let it be a quick loss. It's left down to the final blitz as he does claim out 1. It's a 1v1 between Shinny and the blitz. This is the deadliest battle one can go into. Flashing Galio not a word into counter. The punch is there, and that's going to be that shield meta coming into why the shield should be banned. If the Monty isn't there, we're surely going to use that little aggressive brother known as the blitz, and a quick comeback from Dyavoli because they're not going to let a surge be brought over to NXT.
Boy, oh boy. Again, the same thing. Giving NXT a little bit of that taste of their own medicine. They know how to rush. They know how to play those shields, and this is the entire season. The meta of the shields being in play. I know. The shield rework is still coming, but it's competitive. You gotta use all of the tactics which you know. You gotta use all of the operators which you know, and you just need to just cross that victory line over there. 4-1 for the side of Dyavoli. Few more rounds in, and maybe, folks, maybe, just saying it, I don't want to curse it, maybe a 7-1 victory is also very much possible coming off for the side of Dyavoli. Who knows?
Wow, that was a smart play. Dyavoli, not only throughout the entirety of Nighthaven, but even throughout the Clubhouse as a whole up until now, haven't had much of these moments. They haven't been the aggressive force that's been pushing through and trying to break and open up a crack into the armor of NXT. This is the first time they actually pull off a play, and it's really unexpected. NXT have only slowly began adapting to how they play and how they win out the rounds. And Dyavoli, they completely throw them off, as now it's a game of guessing. Yet again, that's going to be the risk with second floor roaming. You leave out so much opportunities, and that's what Dyavoli also did on Nighthaven themselves. NXT took advantage. You know, there was no one holding the breach. They breached in or went downstairs in a second, and captured side got that easy plant off. So, repeating mistakes that your enemies did and you punished isn't the wisest of ideas, although what can one do? Time has already passed, and now we're in this current situation. Round 6 is going to be the last one of this first half, and a 4-2 NXT, we're looking for at least that, if nothing else.
Looking at nothing but just they want that victory. They just want that, you know, they are in that do-or-die scenario right now. The first map didn't go well for the side of Dyavoli, and they certainly need this victory to finish off at the second place. Oh, a really, really nice play to just use those concussion mines and let Bandit go out and open up the main wall breach, and really a smart way to do it. And I have seen this trick to get used by attackers, but after a really long time, I completely forgot about that, not going to lie. But for the side of the Azami, you know that somebody's gonna come up from the garage the other way around. The angle way around from the main doors. You're just making sure nobody comes in at the wrong time, being very, very nitpick about it. Few of the drones will come up to just distract her off. But as the opening pick comes in, it's going to be Cini to take out the side of Flores. And that was a kill possibly coming off from the hard breach angle.
It breaks my heart to see that Shinny is the only aggressive force here for NXT up until now. Even the entirety of the team earlier was aggressive, swinging angles, being a gambling full squad. But not anymore. It's only Shinny doing that as he finds himself a double, a triple into the round. Radin following up with a second. It's a flawless second round here, looking to be claimed out by NXT, and not only looking, but hugging out and taking home, putting it under the rug. In the first half, you know, a 4-2 is something we can still work with. It was unexpected how quickly it came about that. I was talking about how we haven't seen the aggression, that type of fighting spirit out from NXT. But the second I say Shinny, he shuts me up, and the entirety of Dyavoli as those runouts coming in hotter than ever.
Maybe they are listening to us. This happened in the 7th round as well in the last map, if you remember, Pofa. But hey, it's 4-2, and it is exactly the same scoreline where map 1 ended, but the entire team side was completely vice versa. So yes, for a matter of fact, that if the pattern is still alive, you know, just using those number and pattern games, why not? Dyavoli are definitely going with their steps in the right direction. Like I said, one round at one time. But as now, folks, as the first 6 rounds are done, it's going to be NXT on the attacking side and Dyavoli in their defending sides. Now, a lot of people might not agree, but I feel like the basement side is one of those very, very defender-sided objective, in my opinion, when it comes down to the map of Clubhouse. Not really up to the par, but I just feel like in a certain way, all you need to do is just place down those vertical canisters, place down all of the possible trap down operators at the correct place, and just wait for the defenders to drop down and come into your reticles. Church hatch, you got Kaid. The main hatch, you got another Kaid. For roamers, you have most of the operators which you want in Rainbow Six Siege to do their part. So I just feel like for the side of Dyavoli, for the basement objective, even for the cash room, I can say per se. But anyways, this is what I was talking about again. Yeah, there you go.
Not again. Oh, Bullet. We can't catch a break. We just want a breath of fresh air, okay? We get it, Shinny. You're 11-4, being the top fragger out of the entirety of the match, just in front of Choose by 1. And in the meanwhile, it's a 5v3 here. For a second, I felt like Dyavoli were here being the big bad wolf knocking at your door. No, the roles are quite reversed the second NXT get that adrenaline pumping and get into action. The K-Claw here being quite a nuisance, not allowing a single Hibana X Cairo to come through. Although you've lost 2 players, Dyavoli, and they still have 2 minutes to figure out a second path to just sneak into sight or either take off more of your heads because they've claimed 2. So of course, being the executioners they currently are, I think Shinny is on an absolute streak. He's gotten what, about 5 kills in the past 2 rounds, maybe maybe around 5-4. Quick shots, very just barely managing to evade those bullets. Call him Neo from the Matrix, as he's not perfection itself. 47 HP, looking still a bit low. That's going to be information on the K. We at least get one hatch down, and that's the priority. Shinny looking to capture and cut on sight. How's it being very risky? And meanwhile, Dyavoli tucked up into a corner at the same time in a risky spot.
3 operators, 3 C4s. All they need to just play time. The first picks comes off. Here the execution comes in. Kasi takes on the side of Yoshi, making it a 4v3 now. That's going to be Frey. Puts on the side of Sheeny. The C4 is still ready and waiting up. We do see the first of it comes in from side Radinsky. Completely spilled off there. Capital goes over, and that's going to be Kaid making it a 2v2 now. Hibana and Buck. They don't have that diffuser. Warden very low on HP. Off to the secondary now. But for now, it's going to be the side of Buck. Either they have to go in for the kills, they have to just take up that spot and go in for the plant. Flash comes in, Risky takes on the side of Kaid. But oh! He picks up a 4K one more time. There you go, folks. It's not just Sheeny every time around. It's going to be the side of Radinsky to also do his job, being that aggressive guy. But again, this round, every now and then, Dyavoli, very close rounds. And in those last 2v2s, 2v3s, or maybe sometimes even 1v1s, it is the side of NXT to have that clutch potential to make those rounds in the victory side for themselves.
All right. I mean, all right. My bad. Radin also wants to be in the bit of a highlight. I can't blame him too much. In the end, though, all of these kills, we can give the credit to the fraggers, but at the same time, we have to give the credits to the supports. They're the ones that allow these kills to come through, and at the same time, they're the ones that make these opportunities for them. So it's that teamwork that we love seeing. Although relying on 1 or 2 players in the end isn't a positive, it's more of a negative if I do confirm it myself. It's just not a good formula to work with on the fly. And in the meanwhile, NXT, they get themselves a round up. Dyavoli, they're now only 1 in front, and this is a similar position we saw yet again on Nighthaven, just with the roles reversed. So Dyavoli, yet again, if the roles do tend to get reversed and the tradition does continue on to the very end of Clubhouse, I think they want to win it out and bring us to a decider. But if not, it's going to be the final nail in the coffin. NXT still looking strong, bringing it back slowly. It's a good start. We get it running somewhere as Dyavoli. We've had that nice little second in Nighthaven brought out to the first half of Clubhouse. So where did it get lost? It's definitely not picked up in the lost and found section, because that's where NXT are looking to pick up the ball and get that lead yet again.
Yes, sir. Right now, it's very much doable for the side of NXT as it was doable in those attacking draws for the side of Dyavoli. But as round 8 commences, you look at it. You look how Hibana is so cleverly moving around inside the main hallway. She knows the fact that there's someone with another SMG2 in the main hall. But Butte misses the first approach. And this can come in very close. As Hibana knows there's someone playing on the second floor. And the attackers, they definitely know that they will be for the guys playing up on as Romans. And that's other than the side of Mute right now. So they need to shift their focus, try to take him out. Or just let one of the attackers just carry out the side of Mute. But Mute comes in, able to take out 1, making it a 4v5 now. Engaging a double gun fight, slowly and steadily moving around, and that's going to be Renzi again to take him out. Hibana just being so good with those SMG and his main rifle. But anyways, now folks, as it is going to be a 4v4, things can get switched up still. Dyavoli knows for a fact that we are very much good at Kaid plays. We are very much good with the electro claws. One thing that you need to do is just, connect those C4s when it's needed.
You know what, Bullet, since nothing's really going on right now, I'm not going to let you hop off that topic. Hibana is, in my opinion, one of the best operators. She has the hard breach. Her guns are so good. Secondary as well. Flash is on attack. She is the operator, and that is almost the play from Alzid. He could have claimed the kill there. Just waiting a bit too much isn't going to be working out, but patience is key. That's the second kill for Dyavoli, and they sweep it up in no time. The diffuser on deck, of course, picked up shortly after, though you have to to risk the first one you go for that pickup. Maybe there's a second C4 making a roundabout. Cassie, he still rocks it. So does Frey. And they're both looking to get on that verticality. And NXT struggling to find that pick back. They're on these upstairs looking down on their opponents, but at the same time, they're at such a huge disadvantage. Time is ticking. The clock is talking. Going up onto this head holes. Oh, it's going to be contested. Shinny, he goes for a second roundabout. Finds a headshot in the meanwhile. And an entrance into sight, but is shortly to be downed. And the story is finished. Book is closed. That's going to be a round over for good old Dyavoli as they do get a 5-3 here for themselves. And oh, how comparable this is to Nighthaven, I honestly cannot comprehend it.
Yeah, again, man. If when the entire 7th round ended, it was the same scoreline, just in the vice versa. It was 5-3 in the Nighthaven for the side of NXT, and it's the same for the side of Dyavoli. It's 5-3, but NXT being just having those 3 rounds being won from their side. But to just close that out, I completely agree with you, man. Hibana is definitely one of those best attacking operators that you need. I'm not really sure why. If you take a look at year 8 season 4 designer, where you see the operator versus present performance, the win delta rate, Hibana is not just right there, being overshadowed with by a lot of these attacker operators. Comparatively like Ram, comparatively by Twitch, comparatively by Monty, especially. But yeah, Hibana is definitely one of those really, really good attackers that need a lot of attention from the entire Siege community, if I'm not wrong, especially in the competitive scenario, even in the rank group per se. Anyways, folks, as round 9 commences in, we do see the prep phase timer being run out, and we do see the side of Dyavoli going in for the cash. Going in for the gym and the bedroom area. But for now, for the side of NXT, we do see Ace, Thatcher, accompanied by Florist, the Death Marks coming into play from the side of Demos. A really good operator lineup coming up as what you want exactly from the side of the attacking team. But again, the similar play. NXT, we have seen them playing in these corners. We have seen in the player playing in the first of these attacking rounds. You have to somehow just stop the entire aggressive sheer nature or just those raw mechanical skill play coming off from the side of Sheeny and Redensky.
Oh, the breach goes off. It was a 50-50, and the car battery sadly lost it. Nicely predicting out the Flores drone was great, and also countering out the Ace charges here. Quick on the move, right? He's thinking fast. NXT, though, have gotten a quick breach in, and earlier you mixed up Cash with Bedroom. I don't think that you did. In fact, Cash is such an important standalone side here. So is CC, that extending off of it most of the time leads to such major plays. We see Dyavoli, they're really struggling to keep up with it. They have so much utility on it, focusing out that Cade, also the deployable shield, and having about 2 to 3 players maybe rotating between the other side and as well construction. All of that just shows how strong that extension is. Now, in the meanwhile, NXT, they make themselves nice progress, get some breaches in, and at the same time make utility be of use. That's going to be the death mark yet again. Although it is top red, the floor will be a bit harder to work off of. Cassie swinging in. The headshot machine is through. So is it for Choose as King finds one, is down in the process. It's a 2v4 technically if we count it like it. If we do find out that, you see the head. No, what a flick from the Demos. Beautiful shots. If we can pick up that thermite, could be having an equalization through. NXT, you're craving for these rounds. If you don't get this one, it's going to be against match point, and that is such a huge burden to work against. Shots out from the outside, looking to return the Malz, and he's working off of that aggression, but receiving damage, and all that's going wrong. Janoski is finished. It's a 1v3, and all left down to the Demos, who just is not able to keep up. The Vector coming in clutch. It's a strong gun, but even stronger where even when passed down to the player of Dyavoli, and they get that match point. It's 6-3, and now NXT 3 behind, needing to claim 3 in a row, and with a lot of 3s in action, I don't think it's going to be very possible.
I don't know what to say, boy. Oh boy, Dyavoli just taking out those last ace cards when it's almost needed in the entire game. What a play, folks, from the side of Dyavoli. Now they are on match point. But yes, still this can be a little bit tricky. But hey, I'm just not going to use that word. It's no more tricky. It's NXT right now getting suppressed out from the plays coming out from the side of Dyavoli. Dyavoli being that team to also get a lot of these valuable rounds in their attacking rounds, and they're almost able to replicate in the similar way in their defending rounds right now. So yes, NXT, like I said it earlier, they need to think something really different. Yes, we do see Sheeny. Yes, we do see Redensky being with that, brutal, being that, brutal, unstoppable force where they are able to, just win
10
every
seconds to
possible
go.
gunfight which they are able to take. But that support play, or maybe
5
I
seconds to
should say
insertion.
those trade games, thinking something extraordinary out of the box
Attackers are
needs to
heading out to
happen
defuse
really
a
quick.
bomb.
Else not, Dyavoli is going to take this second map and we're going to go to the decider map, which is going to be none other than the side of Chalet.
NXT, you're going to be using up your lifeline here. All going to be left down to that so-on-so best of one, also known as Chalet in position. Exothermic, baked out. Don't waste too much of them. That's going to be the second wave of EMPs. Perfectly placed, and oh, that's the old Sophia strategy coming through. Really great way of utilizing old Siege metas, as of course, it completely concusses out Frey, and that's the main breach gone. We're basically, what, half a minute, a rough minute, let's say, into this match, or into this round, and it's already claimed. That is so much intel, that is so much cut-off rotation, and now all that NXT claimed for here, yet again, Craving being quite hungry on the spot as they look to feed themselves with not only these kills, but advancing off of picks on even more availabilities. And that's going to be one of them. It's a good kill from Rad, and oh, a second onto the left. He
Nice
expects
one.
and reads like a book. That's going to be a good 3v5 established early on for NXT.
5v3 now, folks. This can be that time where, yes, NXT can change the course of the entire game, try to take this to overtime rounds, slowly and steadily. But ooh, a little bit of that small cheeky run out, and Devils will be able to take out the side of Eisenke, and that is going to be a 4v3 now. NXT being very, very on point with their entire play. They still have to take control of the catwalk. Who's will be able to take out Savanoski, and Kingshare will be able to take down the side of Goose. And now it's going to be a 3v2 now. Very low on HP, just that a 2 HP and a dream in the hands of Thermite right now. Slowly and steadily, it's going to be the Ash to go and take entry in the Sag Garage. But no, he completely missed out. That Legion is on the same floor as well, and he will take her out. Almost down to no one. It comes down to just 125 HP for the side of Thatcher. And now, but ooh, with that peak, he's able to take that out and making a 1v2 now. Just one guy left. He can still make it, but for the side of Dyavoli, can be the tricky play as well. But no, going to be Thermite with that 2 HP, able to confirm up 2 kills, 2 valuable ones that was so much needed in this round.
All right, that's going to be a good way of finishing out round number 10, I believe it was. Or unless my count is completely off. Yeah, we approached the double digits again. Very nice. We love the aggression. That's what we've been waiting for in NXT. It's one of these key players. It's either Shinny or Radden to completely start us off and get us into the motion of sprinting. Now, while the other players try to catch up and tail behind, in the end, it is true. NXT, their majority of the kills have been through Ash plays or aggressive solo plays from Shinny yet again or Radden, who are right now 10 and 12, something like it on the kill count. Yeah, it's going to be 12 and 12 even, so quite equalized between the two. But these are good openings. This is how they get themselves an entrance not only into viable positions where they can work off, get these breaches and play off of them, get that type of a chaos running through Dyavoli as they look to reclaim position, maybe get a pick of their own, and have to play with these risks that end up working against them at times. NXT, really strong foundation, I'd say, as in the meanwhile, it's still NXT 2 behind. We're being realistic. If they don't win out these 2 rounds in a row, especially with Dyavoli now being on Church of all sides, the best one on Clubhouse, and even if they lose out this round, they can go back on it again. Chances are against NXT, and we're just wondering how will they do it.
Locate and defuse a bomb.
How will they do it, and they will be able to do it on both sides? Can NXT make it to overtime rounds? Big question. And can Dyavoli just shut this down as soon as possible? Because I know for a fact we have seen NXT do the same. NXT losing out the entire grip of the game when the scoreline was looking like around 5-4 in the last matchup, and this can be the similar way for the side of NXT in this one. Whenever the execution comes in, we do see someone from the side of NXT taking the entry in the garage door. That's going to be stockroom. Sorry, so that's going to be none other than the side of Grim. As they approach in and try to just open up all of the possible hatches from kitchen, from the church here for the church. drop down as well. We do see the side of Mute trying to challenge some of the attackers playing into play on the central still. As he takes a step back, it's going to be Hibana to get taken out, downed from the C4 if I'm not wrong, but we don't see any kind of those pre-fires coming into play, or maybe it was, yeah, that was a C4 being used. No, that was not a C4 being used. How did he got down?
I think. What? Okay, so we got a bit of confirmation from the production that she was downed out by her own teammates. Ash's
Okay.
breaching charge, which is unfortunate. NXT, you know, not really giving us much much hope to win out this match point. As of course, Dyavoli early getting that C4 yet again. It's gonna be Alzit. We've seen him on those C4s downstairs. It's been majority him, and he continues down the lane. Dodging, weaving some picks. That's gonna be the Kate Claw still up on Kitchen, looking to take out those mirrors. Gonna be quick advancement. Although we need to get those feet running here, NXT. You've lost a player. Your Hibana's on 14 HP, which is basically any bullet able to deal the final blow. And even to get out here is gonna be really difficult, especially with the time you have remaining. Gadgets are at an all-time high. So yeah, we have the Grims, we have some X-Kairos, but the Grims are the only thing that matters as we gain a lot of information through it. Blue being completely shut down. Those are the pings. 2 players blue, 2 players main. Could be an interesting play. We have to shut down and play together. Hardwire doing some damage, pushing up. That's going to be a second C4. 1 down, and all hope seems lost as it's a 2v5, maybe even a 1v5. The secondaries don't come out, and a flawless round absolutely swiping through as Dyavoli, they make it seem like it was no issue at all. Sweating over a cold stove. And winning out map number 2, it's 7-4. A similar result like earlier, and all live down to Chalet.
Yes, sir. 7-4 for the side of Dyavoli comes down. Look at Sheeny and Rensky. Combined 24 kills, being those top-notch guns from their team. And kudos to both of them. But yes, it was they were just a little bit there. But kudos for the side of Dyavoli as we approach the third map, the final decider map of this evening.
And here we are, a final map of Chalet will be the decider for us for this night. But still, this is a different Diavoli that we saw from the map of Nighthaven.
Yeah.
And this is what both of you guys were talking about before the map started. Clubhouse is a very basic map. Everyone knows how to play it. And still, this was the thing that Team Diavoli needed. So in the end, it still comes out to the last map as if it was a best of one. Both teams can now say, okay, we won one map, we lost one map, it doesn't matter. Now it's the last map and we need to focus on. So, Buffo, what do you think about Chalet? What do you think both teams need to do? Because now there is no extra chances, there is no second chances, there is no any more time to waste or any chances to waste.
It's definitely the first half that has shown the result to be the winner, so I'm not necessarily going to put too much of my prediction on it, but it's been Nighthaven. The first half was handed easily to NXT, and the second match was the same situation, but of course for the winner here being Diavoli. So whoever wins out the first half, I think this is where we really have that extra pedestals don't come in and those extra points, which just gives me the hope. And I'm going to be instantly betting out for the first one to get a 4-2 or a 5-1 to be winning out the entire match. If it's a 3-3, all right, we'll leave it down to a gamble. But honestly, I don't know. These teams have been constantly switching up and not being able to decide on who wants to take up the aggression, who wants to have this consistency. And it's been a gamble throughout all these matches, although I can't say that Diavoli really have kept it up through Clubhouse a bit more than NXT have proven it to be on Nighthaven.
Yes, I kind of +1 to that. We have seen, even especially for the side of NXT, there were some really close rounds, which that could have been an NXT's victory coming off, and that's flip switch being happen into play from the side of Evoli. Especially, kudos to Zelensky and one of the Sheeny named in from the side of NXT being able to take 12k combinedly in that one single game. That says a lot on how these guys badly wanted that victory in the second map. How badly they just want to shut this down on the second map itself. But kudos for the side of Evoli making their own victory and pushing this to the last decider matchup on the map of Shelley.
For whoever is still just joining us, I would like to remind everyone that this is the Voltage League Season 4, and this match is the decider for the third place and the fourth place. The winner will be taking 6,000 credit and along that 200 euro prize pool. But not only them, they will be winning. So you guys still have a chance to enter the giveaway. You still have one more map. The giveaway will close by the end of the very last round of the next map. So you have at least 7 more rounds to get more points, channel points if you don't. And if you already have the points, check the points, get into the giveaway, and you will be maybe one of the 2 lucky winners of the 1,200 credits. So you still have time. So go ahead and get those credits. And for now, until we get everything ready and the players ready, we'll just take a quick break until we get back to the final map of today.
I must have went blind tonight, cause I swear that you out of sight. Man, I'm so up, I could be a pilot, and I just hope I'm trying to catch a flight. So let me get the digits. I call right now if you with it. I seen 1,000 pretty girls in this room. $1 and I've been looking for you. I've been searching, it's so hard to find a girl who's one of a kind. 'Cause being alone just isn't cool. I'll take 1,000 trips around the world just so I could find you, girl. 'Cause darling, I've been looking for you. Yeah, I'm looking for you. For you. I'm looking for you. For you. Let's get it now.
I'm so up, I could be a pilot, be a pilot, be a pilot. I'm so up, I could be a pilot. Beat.
Let's get it now.
Ouais, choc-les, choc-les. Ouais, choc-les, choc-les, choc-les. Ouais, voilà ce qu'ils me disent. Je les entends parler et ils m'étrisent. J'arrête que pour rappeler la mise. Petit pas sur la piste. Et le succès, je l'ai pisté. Disent que la place du premier. Je fais monter la côté. Sur moi, tu mises gros. Tu connais déjà l'équipe. Ça criera au complot. Je prends le double, on est quitté. Je fais la magie des chiffres. La somme je la triple, la concurrence la dribble et le stade est en délire. Ça fait choquer, j'arrive pour tous les choquer. Toute la foule elle est choquée. J'espère que t'es accroché, accroché. Gauche, droite, esquive rageux. Coach m'a rajouté du temps de jeu. Dans l'action, ouais, je me sens en feu. Je suis on fire, fire. Je fais la différence au compteur. Money time, ça shoot sur le buzzer. Switch que je suis on fire, fire. Choqué, j'arrive pour tous les choquer. Toute la foule elle est choquée. J'espère que t'es accroché, accroché. Choqué, j'arrive pour tous les choquer. Toute la foule elle est choquée. J'espère que t'es accroché, accroché.
Welcome to the XXL Nutrition HQ. XXL Nutrition is the most popular online supplement brand in Europe. Our proteins, pre-workouts, dietary supplements, and of course our sportswear is developed with the greatest possible care. We are known for providing the highest quality products and the best service. Daily, we are working with a motivated team on new developments, promotions, and quality control to serve our customers in the best possible way. XXL Nutrition is an established name in the B2B and B2C market. Therefore, we can also be found in many gyms, supplement stores, and supermarkets. Offering the highest possible quality is the foundation of our brand. Only the best ingredients and materials are used for our products. Everyone at our company has passion for health and fitness. That's why we want to provide our customers, and of course ourselves, with the best products. We prepare all orders in our own warehouse, which has the capacity to process more than 10,000 orders daily. Thank you for supporting XXL Nutrition. We are XXL, the most popular brand in sports nutrition.
And welcome back, guys, to the final map of today and the final uh, everything. This is going to be the decider for our tonight and the winner of the third place for Voltage League Season 4. And what better map can we go to than one of the traditional maps ever, I think, Chalet. So guys, what do you expect overall the map? We said we had some chat about this off stream and also before the game and before the break. We talked a little bit of everything about the two teams. Let's talk a little bit about the map itself. Pafu, what do you think? Uh, let's say Team NXT needs to do for this map, in your opinion.
I'm still going to continue on the tradition of just get the first half, get that 4-2-5-1 running. In the meanwhile, though, we've seen that their strategy is a bit more, it's better. You know, their gameplay and team chemistry doesn't really come to speaking out very loud necessarily because Clubhouse really proved it. On Nighthaven, their strategy was good. They banned out the key, they banned out the super on the opposition, and with it, they came down to a really good conclusion of a, what was it, a 7-5, a nice comeback in the defense. In the meanwhile, though, and again, Chalet is a mix of the two. I'd say that these three maps really have that nice little triangle between each other. We have a map fully focused on teamwork, a bit more on the strategy, and then Chalet, which is just a beautiful mix of both. So I'm expecting overtime, if you ask me.
Yeah. For me, I will completely agree with the first part with Puff said. You just need to get the first half going in. You just need to have that, complete control over the first half, whether you are defending or attacking as usual. But just to add on to that and let our viewers also know, NXT and Dyavoli faced off each other exactly 1 month ago on the same map, on the map of Chalet. And that was NXT claiming the victory with a scoreline of 8-7. Yes, that map went on till overtime. So things can be a little bit uncertain. Maybe Dyavoli can this time around bounce back. But looking at their previous 2 games, I feel like both of the team needs to think and plan the execution very straight up. If you want to attack down and rush down onto some particular side, NXT has been doing that in a similar way since map number 1. Yes, that kind of execution was being stopped from the side of Davoli in the second map, but hey, it's a completely different map. Chalet, if you ask me, is not a very much a balanced map, but I feel like an almost balanced map where both of the attackers and defenders have an equal chance if you have the right kind of operators paving your way to the execution side. So it also comes down on how individually all of these guys get those frag points in, because we did saw 2 of the players from the side of NXT just very, very brutally taking those frag entries and kills very as it was very much needed at the right time. So for the side of Deboli, yes, they have those mind games ready. They have those strategies ready. They have that you know those coordination being in play. But for the side of NXT, I feel like they have all of the possible amount of confidence that they need, and they want to be there to make a victory on the map of Chalet like this.
So, yeah, do you think, Buffalo, do you think we jinxed NXT, or do you think still NXT has a chance to wrap this up and still take the victory nonetheless?
Yeah, for some context, in the background of production, me and Rowan, of course, who also voted for NXT, and everyone else besides Bullet, who does seem to really back up his talk. I'm
Traitor.
definitely saying that Diavolo here are having a blast of a match. I was not expecting it. Yet again, this is the first time I'm seeing the team, but in the background, we were really still leaning in towards our votes, saying that we hope they win, because yet again, there's a reason we voted for them, but not being biased as of current. It's interesting. The result is really close. Yet again, both of the scores, it was 7-4 previously and the 7-5 at the first map. That's good. These teams have a rivalry. It's a bit of a yin yang between the two. The balance is definitely set off there. But was it a caster curse? Maybe. I hope not, because I don't want to apologize to the players for any given case. And of course, with it, I hope not, because then it's going to be a bit of an unfair match. Caster curse is real, ladies and gentlemen, and you should be afraid of it.
Yes, sir. And well, with me, my personal experience, man, no matter what title I Caster's Curse is so real with me.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, not saying in a very disrespectful way, but I have players who come into my DMs. Of course, not in that hate manner, but being in that fun way. Hey, why you took our name on the middle of a live broadcast? But hey, this can be that jinx away that Caster Curse is real, and that team has completely just tilted their way to the loss. So yes, it has been a case, but yeah, it's all just for the fun. Hoping to see a really tight game between these two fine teams, because this is the decider game. As a casters and being analyst on this, you want to see this game going all till round number 15. But it all comes down to individual play. It all comes down to a team play, how they want to take this approach this entire map of Chalet from their side.
Fair enough. We'll see. We'll see who wins this. Everyone in the production or the imposter Bullet, and we'll see who might win this game. And of course, I need to remind everyone again: this is your almost last chance to get into the giveaway. You have until approximately 7 more rounds to get into the giveaway if you don't have enough points. And if you do, you are free to enter the giveaway to be one of lucky two to get 100 and 1200 R6 credits. So, uh, without further ado, let's go into the map. And I think the players are ready in the lobby and everyone is there. So, go ahead, guys. Enjoy the map and enjoy us, entertain us with your casting.
Yeah, I think we're all looking forwards to it. I mean, we're here for the casting, we're for the commentation. You're here to enjoy yourself. Not only Fancy, but everyone watching, everyone that's been rooting for their team. And of course, hopefully you've already claimed your possible chance at winning the giveaway, because that's already said. Just tick the tick box in the channel point little reward system that you have at the bottom, as Fancy said. And then the meanwhile, as we slowly boot up, yet again, like asking previously, I'm going to be passing this question firstly to Fancy while he's still here. Going into Chalet, who do you think is going to win out? Plain and simple.
Hmm. Well, last time I said it, and Team Dyavoli surprised me. So I'll say I'll say Team NXT still. I'll just stick to my I'll stick to my voting and say they will win it.
All right, Bullet. How about you take that exact same question and what's your answer?
For the last matchup, I did answer. I'm a little bit skeptical if Dyavoli will win on the map of Clubhouse, and that was completely a vice versa scenario. They proved me wrong entirely. So yes, for a matter of that Jinx Gate, I still feel Dyavoli can still win this one in their side.
All right, that's fair enough. Sticking to our votes, we always love to see it. It's a bit ironic. You voted on Diavoli for for the first map, they lost it.
Yeah,
Then
they
you voted
lost
for
it.
NXT, and they lost it. So I'm not going to
You
be
see
calling
that? You see
any-
that? You see that?
Whoops.
That's really the power of us canisters. Yet again, we could win out a 1v5 if needed, purely because of this curse. We're like witches brewing up a potion right now and brewing into Chalet, having a bit of a head-to-head. As you see, it's a best of three. All three matches we get to see. NXT versus Diavoli all down to the line for the final one. And of course, looking for that crack in the armor to fold one under the pressure. I think that's also been a real good point. On the one team constantly just breaks under the pressure so fast. Yet again, that's also what builds out this foundation of the first half. And in the meanwhile, we get to the bans. Monty, it's not a surprise, still run of the mill. Rim following along, finally not seeing the Maverick be banned, and maybe even seeing a bit more usage of that, I'd say, Blitz yet again, possibly even the Dokkaebi and Ying.
Yep.
Maybe I think
Like-
the Tobero ban would still stick. Maybe the Monty ban we wouldn't see. We wouldn't see it more. I don't think such map needs Monty.
Yeah, to answer that question, Puff, I feel like this time around you don't do those same mistake. You don't want to ban Bandit. You don't want to ban Tubarao. You need those anti-breach operators as much as possible as you needed in the first map. But hey, that was first map. But for now, we do see black eye cams going up. We do see the side of Castle being taken down. And recently we have seen, no, not recently, we have seen that happening in since what year 7 commenced in, when we saw a little bit of the changes being done to some of the operators. Castle has been that really pain in the entire strategy of some of those attackers, whether it's be the second floor objective when it comes down on the map of Saleh, whether it's be the basement objective when it comes down to the map of Saleh. Castle's armor barricades can be a game changer, especially when you are able to utilize any out of the doorway possible. Especially when you let's take library for example. Castle, we can just slow down all the possible attacking push coming off from the side of NXT, and we have seen that happening in NXT just charges up there, into the 6th gear, just push down with the Ash, with all of the possible operators that they want to take in, and they are able to win up the gunfights. Kudos to Sini and kudos to individuals like Sini and Redensky, when especially they are being on that charge, they're able to win those gunfights and make those gaps to let all of the supporters and flexible operators making their way to the side execution. But for the side of Tivoli, we do see them also banning up the Monty, which is quite the usual case of being in a competitive matchup. But what's really interesting is they have banned up Grim. Now, this can be their one ban. They want to ban someone and they have banned him. But Grim as an attacking team being in the first side of the attacking map, I feel like Grim can be a really valuable operator, especially on a map like Chalet.
Yeah, Chalet really complements Grim. We already see why. We see how much headholds, how much footholds, and how much opportunities there would be for Grim. And banning him out, this is going to be a plus for NXT, as now they can play around them. They have a side that complements it, and of course, you're seeing that the Grim is off board. Let's make some headholds. Let's make some opportunities for us to swing out and be as aggressive as possible. That's going to be a good one. Opportunity was there. The Izami, we already see aggression from Dyavoli. They're not letting any team be left out, and not even giving a fresh of breath air over to NXT. They're fighting for survival right now, not for entry. And in the meanwhile, it's going to be 2 entries we speak of. NXT, that's a beautiful double here. Back-to-back kill, chaining them together. Fenrir still being a bit of a nuisance, although Diavoli sticking to their rules. That's going to be the Nomad air jab. Oh, it's one bullet left out. Frey, he's saved by luck. And of course, that's going to be the feature, not very likable by NXT, as though they do return it back to a 2v1 or a 4v1. My mistake, I bumped up the numbers just a bit too low. But in the end, what a performance at the very start.
Still the same cylinders getting fired up from the side of NXT, and I would say just one line. It's just the usual. It's just the usual play from the side of NXT. They are able to shut down Dyavoli, whether it's be the first map, whether it's be the second game, whether it was, you look at the third map now, they're just able to get that entry, put down those defenders into their coffins, then they're able to take those side control. And forget side control, everybody was just not even to take out a single one of them in the first couple of kills. No trade game was happening in on point in the first 40 seconds. So that was that. That is that NXT for you, which I feel like NXT really needs at this point of time. NXT wants to not let Dyavoli get in the control of the entire situation on how they did it in the second map of the in this best of three best of the matchup situation. But right now, I think like this is the right kind of NXT, being in the right kind of mindset, being in the right kind of momentum play, and just get on with it. Like you said, if they're able to win the majority number of the rounds in the first half, I feel the same. NXT can definitely get this done really quickly.
Dyavoli, this is a dangerous spawn peek, and oh, it finds it down onto the Nomad. That's a huge one. The damage onto the Nomad is going to be great, although I believe the Nomad, it doesn't matter much to her. Yet again, HP is great, but the Nomad sticks back at the most of the time, put down their air jab and just play safe off of flashes maybe as well. In the end, drones out. It's a support operator, so you didn't take off a huge pick, although it's still something to be noticing, because it not only time waste, but at the same time, one bullet. That's not a lot to work with here to take out a single operator. Now, as we traverse back to these rappel playing off of a map quite, I'd say, large to some extent, Chalet's really tucked in and cubed all together. But in the end, it still extends out to 3 floors. Window players are definitely something that are to be expected on this map. And as we look to slot in our answer here, Dyavoli are looking for the question of, while though we got this bomb peak, we're still being really aggressive. I mean, the aggressiveness is definitely like through the roof right now. There's been spawn peaks, there's been constant runouts, pre-fires all around the point, and that's Frey proving my point. But Janoski, he fires some shots back, delivering on nicely. Fenrir with the MP7 looking to get some wall bangs through, and that's going to be low HP on Janoski, as she needs the one to be found first. Followed on to Radden, 3v4 yet again, picking up that leverage and getting into the driver's seat. 2v4, can we return it? Absolutely not. With the HP that the Ash was working with, cannot be comfortable going into any fight, as Dyavoli, unless a miracle is happening here for NXT, and poor old King, who's on that Hibana, which goes quite a limited capacity of bullets. It should be a 1-1 equalization soonly right now.
Other than a 1v4 scenario, you can't really do much right now, dude. But yeah, you have time. And you know, King being that guy with an I would say an insane amount of clutch potential coming from this guy. Not to, you know, fabricate or something, but yes, we have seen this particular guy, if I'm able to correctly recall it, player day 16 or player day 17 it was for the last stage, and he was the guy to clutch more than a couple of rounds for his team, and it was mostly needed. But hey, it's going to be that Dreadnought mine that gets triggers on, and one of the defenders, of course, none than the side of you know, Legion will get on that info that he's still there and will be able to take him out as quickly as possible. As round number 3 commences in, folks, one second round comes on to the favor of Dyavoli, and rightly said, man, some of these rounds, Dyavoli is able to read onto that entire scenario where it's almost very much needed. That yes, some of those attackers being really aggressive in the nature will definitely come up from this particular doorway, this particular stairs, and they're ready with it. But what exactly is Dyavoli Trust right now is trying to do is do the same thing, you know, trying to win majority of their defending rounds as much as possible. But hey, as I speak right now, we do see a little bit of change coming up in the side selection coming up from the side of Dyavoli. We do see the first floor being picked up from the side of Dyavoli in those in the third defending round, which is going to be then the side of Bar and the gaming room.
It's an interesting start. We haven't had it yet. I feel like most of the rounds that have been the first 3, it's always a team catching the ride of the wave. Although an equalization this soonly through, it's interesting. I'm just waiting for NXT or Dyavoli to completely turn the tides in any given point or scenario. Now we go over the first floor, which is by most teams absolutely beloved. It's either a team's preferred dining kitchen or bar and gaming, and we're on the latter as of current. Bringing out No Frost is interesting as she was kind of brought up, but okay, that's preference. Let's keep it down to the basics. Shield is there. No Amai is going to be questionable, as that's going to be leaving the Capitao and Ying to completely punish through. We have a Warden to counter out the flashes, but what about the utility being chucked at the shield itself? What about everything else just flying in? There is no counter. Yes, we have the zombie bearers. There may be some Fenrir and legions to stagger and slow. And besides that, once they get rid of those, it's all over. It's going to be done and dusted. NXT are just hoping to get to that point before Dyavoli just completely wiped them off the map. Double play onto the side of libraries. We should be setting our eyes here onto this play by the connector side, going from bottom. Nice little line of sight. Heavy damage onto Janoski. That's going to be the Nomad catching strays yet again.
We still do have all of the possible opportunities that is needed for the site execution. Nomad did take a little bit of damage coming off from that previous gunfight. But we do see the side of Sledge making his quick rotation outside the map, and will try to assist down his teammates who's trying to push in on towards the front right, towards the gaming room window. But as of now, it's going to the side of Capita as well, trying to make his way into the library room. But on the other hand, it's going to be someone else to just ping all of the possible, traps and those utilities off the way. But it's very much usually the case. But Legion getting that second life chance as Capita doesn't push onto the trigger. Ying going for the smoke. Candelas are also in. Redensky gets one. Inoski gets the second one. The plant is going down. Flashback comes in. It's going to be the side of Cruz to break down the side of Redensky. And that's going to be a 4v2 now. Shini is able to take down the side of Cruz. Good trade play happening in. But Shini gets a double, making it a 1v4. Not really happening in Devils. This is very much the unusual case as he downs one, trying to find the second. But all of the other attackers are already in their post-plant situation angles, being in the safe car, being more than ready to just take out the last defenders. NXT gets the third round. Almost a very late side execution from what we have seen NXT in the previous matchups, in the previous maps. But a correct one. You need to take the control of the second fold. You need to be ready up with smokes and candela when you especially have an operator like Ying who she is like loaded up with utilities. You want Ying candelas, you want smokes, you want a gun which is just more than enough, being loaded up with that clip magazine. So yeah, that was that.
Yeah, it took a bit to actually get to it, but it's a good craft, you know? They combine these aspects of every single part of the attack. We have one going out in smokes planting, one from the outside, two above, and that sledge on fireplace was so key. We get a kill in, and how they're nicely connected like stars in the sky, just aligned all through, was NXT's power move there. They had, if one player goes down, there's another close enough to take out that fragger who took him out for a quick refrag. If that one goes down, then we just continue down the line until all players are wiped, or of course NXT managed to capture out that refrag. It's a nice little second pick as they do allow 1v1s, but only if Dyavoli can really read their moves time after time again, and that's really hard to do, especially in fast-paced movements such as Rainbow Six Siege when it's post-planned and there's candelas everywhere, there's flashes, smokes, you're completely overwhelmed, and the only thing you can think about is left click, hope, pray, and spray. You know, that's the position they were set in, and Dyavoli, although they have definitely brought aggression, it's not planned aggression. It's raw aggression that isn't to be expected, but at the same time, it's not really organized throughout the entire team and can tend to go against your favor. Now, if we're looking for that natural 20 or that natural 2 for Dyavoli here to get out a second round and equalize it yet again, it's following tradition, which I've been using the word a lot, but it's been quite repetitive that we see a second round be given to a team, and then they continue on to the third, on to the fourth, and then we have that 4-2 split we always had up until now.
But right now, for the side of Dyavoli, man. Oh, what? Hello? Elizabeth? Anyways. Curse is real, bro. The curse is real. It's very real. Okay, he comes up with a charge in. He knows for the fact that, yes, he needs to take this. Then the side of Scopo's out. Frey will be able to take those out of Saviniski. Very quick 3v2 now as Redensky gets one more. Finally, the Scopo robot is down and out. 3v2. The shields must be in play, being very low much of the HP because he's able to get down one. Frey comes in from behind, from the vertical play, takes out the last one, and it's going to result in a 1v1. She knows for the fact that yes, Tobaru is up on the second floor trying to go in for the vertical. No more track singers left. Need to find the head. This is it.
Oh.
He's very low on HP. Needs to be very, very careful where she want to rotate, where she want to not.
Oh my god, my heart is pounding. It's been so close. These bullets have been like almost reaching out to my PC. That's how close they were. The shrapnel isn't going to be connecting. Yeah. Of course, we still have 17 HP on the gridlock. Again, not comfortable. Very slow movement. Makes its way into kitchen. Also using out, getting shocked and trying to take out the drone of the scope was an interesting choice. But yet again, Frey looking for that verticality. It's going to be an easy factor to take into account. The plant, it does come down to fruition, although somehow, and of course by no surprise, Frey still using that verticality, and NXT, they finally lose out on that ball. They pass it back to Dyavoli, and that's a shoot and a score. Definitely not whipping out on the opportunity, as this is why we need that vertical established. NXT, you can't just let it go. You can't put so much time, utility, effort, players, and all sorts of achievements trying to take over this verticality and then just give up halfway. We had the gridlocks pushing back up. We had players dying. Finish the job. Don't have do it. It's just useless because Dyavoli can then play off of the verticals, get those double kills that were needed for the final Tubarao, which I believe was Frey, and with it, easily claim out the round. This is why it's so strong on Chalet. When you play out bar in gaming, okay, yeah, let's say that maybe the verticals aren't as strong because you still have bar completely covered to some extent, but not dining in kitchen. Both of the ceilings above are completely wooden, and they can be played off against. You don't know which angle you're going to get peeked from, but Dyavoli, they certainly have that information on you and can just swing about every single metal pipe and hopefully get the pre-fire. If they don't, they can retry, rinse, and repeat until they eventually find you. Especially when you're in a 1v1 post plant where you have to stand still for about, 5 seconds to actually get that bomb down? Yeah, it's not happening.
Yes, sir. Right now, it's a head-to-head game happening in from both sides. As if you just want to read the entire thing from the scoreline, so round the 5, folks. 2-2 is going to be the scoreline, and the things are not looking very one-sided. And this is what I love about the side map games. Both of the teams tried their level best. Both of the teams try to make those error margin as low as possible, but still, it's those minute mistake which happens. This is the beauty of this game called as Rainbow Six Siege, and that is why we are about to enter year 10 as well. Operation Collision Point has been already revealed. We know for a fact that Blackbeard is getting a rework and all of the changes that we all know. But coming back to this game, folks, it's going to be one of the few last rounds, as NXT being the attacking team and Dyavoli being the defense. We do see the side of NXT with the same amount of those execution trades. You want to get some info, go for some don'ts. You want to try to destroy those utility and get defenders out of the scenario, there you have it. But this time around, it's going to be Alizette goes in for the double, finds Shania Onoski from the library angle, but there's going to be someone trying to challenge her from the side of the billiards room, but that's going to be taken care of from the side of Legion. Fuse gets one more too, pointing like a deck of cards. It's just out King, playing it as ace, left out in a 1v5.
What is this? What's this calamity we're watching? NXT? How did it all go so wrong? It went from a 5v5 within, 20 seconds down to a 1v5 for not a single shed of blood dropped on Dyavoli. They're still looking scot-free out of the situation. They've been chaining kill after kill. Alizette got a good line of sight onto 2 players. That's fine. But how do you excuse the following 2 kills? Honestly, no clue. Yet again, they get these kills running. The surge comes in. The blood is pumping. And they can keep it up because there's no stop to the tempo. Which also brings up the question, Bullet, we have not seen a single tactical timeout. What is going on?
I don't know. Maybe no offense, maybe these seem so good. There's the option, go for a tactical timeout when it's needed. I feel like it. But hey, that can be that momentum play that they just want to be in the zone. They just want to do. They either don't want to stop their momentum and the sheer execution part. That's wondering. But oh, what a calculated wall bang! He needed one, and he gets it. Takes that one down. A lot of these angles to take care of. He knows there's someone playing in from the other angle. Someone coming off from the Solarium state as well, but finally from the west side, it's going to be the last man standing from the side of Dyavoli to go down. NXT getting those just not getting those rounds where it was very much needed, but Dyavoli on the other side who is the team trying to, the same vice versa situation, trying to get the maximum number of rounds in their defending side. But right now, folks, if I would just wanna maybe a little bit jinx it, maybe again the similar way. This is going in the similar way. 3-2 is the score line after round number 5 ends, and this is the similar way where Dyavoli was
Defenders,
at in the
protect your
previous map.
bombs from being defused by attackers.
I believe that this is the only map we're going to see today where it's possible 3-3 first half. It's also possibly going to be the only map where we see an opportunity, a really, really close opportunity for an overtime. Now, yet again, don't want to jinx it. No predictions just yet. I'm Ubisoft gods. Listen, hear me out. We want a good match, not nothing one-sided or anything of the sorts. The 3-3 is definitely coming about. I feel like NXT, they've been just going ping-ponging balls back and right. I mean, it's not been decided. NXT got out
10
what,
seconds remaining.
the second one and the fourth, and now the fifth one to Dyavoli, and of course the
5
first and
seconds.
third. So I'm expecting 3-3. Maybe not. Maybe Dyavoli get that first half going and they,
Attackers are heading
yet
out to
again,
defuse a
get
bomb.
a similar result as we saw on Clubhouse. It's very possible. There's definitely going to be no brinker of bad news just yet, although as we head into round 6, this is going to be an outside position on the Malusi, just showing how intense this match can get. I'm expecting a run out. There are many things to expect here, but yet again, we can't read these players. This is how random it tends to get. It can go for the most passive of matches as if it were a game of chess, down all the way to Mortal Kombat for all we know.
Yeah. Let's see, folks, whether it's going to be decided Dyavoli to get that opening pick in the round number 6, or whether it's going to be NXT to shut this down quick and easy. That from what we have seen, Mayra gets droned out. And I feel like for the time being, Mia doesn't know that she has the attackers have that Mia is playing in the bar area. But we do see a lot of these defenders not letting anyone of the attackers, but 2 of the attackers already in the bathroom, trying to push down towards the billiards, towards the piano. And Azami needs to be very, very careful of the entire scenario, which takes a little bit of gunfight, possibly coming in from the side of Legion. It's going to be Neski with the double kill, but no, I didn't give it a single, and Kingsley for the other one as Frey goes out. Pinka boost comes up for the second time. And this can be very, very vital to provide all of the possible, boost in the entire gunfight.
2 dropping like flies. The cup picked up by NXT as they're ready to toast. Just don't cheer for them too early on. Yet again, anything can go south with one minor decision, with one little change, and a big mistake. All for it to be punished here. NXT still working with all 5 players. The Finka boost coming in greatly, and Radden definitely very happy about that HP being boosted up from what, like 12 to 45, whatever the case is, though Shinny isn't going to be happy about being put 6 foot under, and neither is Noski as King does find a retract, but we're down to a 2v2. Really dangerous, NXT. You've lost the ball.
Mira,
But
what?
they regain it just for 1. What's that vault from Alzid? You just threw it away. Now it's Devils, and of course, while though he does have the Devil's Charm, it's of course that holy shot from Radden to finish the final blow, and this is it. Finally, we break the curse bullets. It's 3-3.
You finally break it. Thanks to you, thanks to me, thanks to the Siege Lord. Or maybe I just want to call it the Lord Tachanka. It's been a time I said it. All thanks to Lord Tachanka. All praise the Lord Tachanka. But hey, folks, this is that. We haven't seen from any of these like maps. We haven't seen a 3-3 scoreline. But either it is 4-2 in the first half, or it was in the second map it was 4-2 again, but it was a vice versa scenario favoring the side of Dyavoli. But finally in the third map we do see the score line resulting after the stop is being done. It is going to be 3-3, but the question still remains. Exactly 1 month ago, Dyavoli faced off NXT in the same map, and it was NXT to win it with an 8-7 scoreline. Went up to round number 15. So it's either Dyavoli to get that vengeance victory against the side of NXT, or either it is NXT dealing with the victory yet again, proving that they are just better against a team like that.
So many answers here, Bullet, but It's a
5
test.
seconds to
We
go.
need to figure them out ourselves. Yeah, we need to get to those answers, find our clues, solve the mystery. As it's Dyavoli versus NXT, it is a mystery. I mean, like I said earlier, this is it tends to come to such random moments. From one time, it was a 5v3 for NXT in the prior round, all the way down to somehow a 2v2 with Amira vaulting out to get herself a shot behind the bar. No clue how it comes left, right, and center all the way about, but it's that's the beauty of Seed we're working with here. Opening up the window, the side is upstairs. Yet again, this is not one preferred by many teams, although NXT, it's going to be their first pick. I feel like the worst side here would be downstairs, so I can still respect this, but although I would have loved seeing some dining kitchen, maybe some game and bar, which I do believe we can expect going down the line.
Yeah, let's see, man. Let's see. Things can go anywhere right now, in my opinion. Things can be very tricky for the side of Dyavoli as well. Things can be very tricky for the side of NXT as well. Things can go either way. Right now, we do see the side of none other than Legion playing in on the trophy area and rotating upside on the kitchen side, making sure there's no one trying to push up from the trophy window. But there's going to be none other than the Capita Smokes getting misplaced. Maybe Capita was trying to do something else, and just something else would just happen. But we do see the side of Gridlock's track stingers coming on to just sandwich out the side of Sheeny. Yes, all of those attackers can come up, and Nate comes in. Tata, goodbye. There you go. But in the end, it was the side of Nomad to take him out. Oh, what?
This is chaos. This is what I mean.
This is super chaos.
We have frags being watched at as if they were hot potatoes and hot potatoes alone. Then flashes on own players.
Ooh.
A 1-for-1 deal as Chalet top floor is slowly becoming a graveyard and bodies are really starting to pile up. It's now down to a 3-4. Dyavoli pick up the pace yet again as they're ready to run it back. These ones are in hands. And what's that run out, Radden? We know you're the aggressive player. No need to show it off as it doesn't work in your favor. NXT yet again punished, but Janoski trying to pick it up. We've lost so much and we're trying to regain. In the meanwhile, the post plant is there. It's a down onto the Warden, and of course finishing it. The shotgun is there, but Janoski, he's just not able to finish out the thought. NXT, they lose out a round, and they also lose out on that equalization, allowing Dyavoli here to pick up the advantage yet again. And this is my brain is freezing from all this hectic action happening everywhere.
This was pure chaos. This was just chaos. First off, I can completely say it now. The smokes bowl not landing at the right spot. Maybe he was not aware of the fact that he hasn't switched to the fire bowls because you want to take out that Zami was trying to play in on the upper solarium area. But in the end, it was the nade and the nomad angle being connected. And then we did saw some of the flashbangs from the attacking operators getting misthrown, and out of that, one of the flashbangs resulted going outside of the map. So yeah, it was a pure chaos. But in the end, it's where you find peace in that chaos. It's where you find that peace. And what I mean to that, where you find that victory in all of these chaotic situations, that was that Dyavoli being so right with their play. But hey, folks, it's round number 8. We're slowly and steadily getting down to towards the end game of this entire BO3 best of 3 matchup scenario, where we did saw the first off NXT just proving their way to win of the first round. Dyavoli just vice versa the entire situation. But some of these rounds were very close for the NXT as well in the previous map of Clubhouse. But slowly and steadily, we're also getting down to the end game of this particular map, is what I'm trying to tell. So right now, we do see the side of the bar in the gaming room once again from the side of. No, for the first time for the side of NXT, and he picked up second time for the entire game, as I would just want to counter for the side of Dyavoli as well. But hey, we don't see the Ying being in play. And for the replacement of Ying, we do see the side of LZ going in for those Capita Fire Smokes both.
NXT hoping the pinball bounces back at them for a 4th time, and the charm is definitely there. Dyavoli, in the meanwhile, we could get a 2-round deficit. Yet again, that's going to be another way of breaking the curse, if we call it. Although it's going to be a great advantage to keep up, of course, with one round being away from match point. And it does end up being the last map. It's really close, and at the same time, both of these teams are fighting for all or nothing. It's been a long day. Don't get me wrong. Both of these teams must be exhausted to some extent. Yeah. But that's the warm-up they have from the previous matches. And this energy, this gas they're rocking up, it needs to be used all up here. And of course, we've seen great eliminations. We've seen not so great and close eliminations, but ultimately it all depends on who starts it off and who gets that streak running. That Finka boost, it doesn't matter when you have the boost of these players and their energy, because we've seen triple quad kills come out of nowhere with Dyavoli being on defense, and they don't need no boost, they don't need no buffs, they are them. And NXT, we need to punish them for those actions, because yet again, letting it slip by is that missed opportunity, and that's how quickly rounds tend to go. Now, we haven't had any kills drop. Some minor damage onto Devils, as he does take about, what, 25, 26 if we do our math on spot. Run out yet again from none other than Radin. Shouldn't even be surprised. Coming out to take out those Kibir barriers are going to be the frag grenades. Also, the floor drones looking to flush out the players right down back to site. Still a minute remaining. We do need to make a bit of an approach, and these attackers are staggered all the way back, also sandwiched in between the entirety of NXT's defense.
Boy, we do see the Demos getting used up the death mark, but Redden gets the connection on none other than the side of Floris, and no more Rose being in play. 45 seconds left on the clock. First off, headshot connection coming out from the side of Finga, but she will be taken out in the trade game from the side of Zoneski, making it a 4v3 now. It's going to be none other than the side of Devils to pick out the side of Oneski. Still, one of the guys are still is still in the DBNO state. That is going to be on the side of Puck. Knows for the fact that Frost is going to come up from the main stairs. Devils will be able to take out the side of Sheeny. But 20 seconds left. Very close calls. But what you need is the Solus. Our utility can just let you know where the plant is exactly going out. Renensky will be able to take that double with that SMG being in the play. Second off can be the connection. Zenki takes out Kios. What just happened, Dyavoli? What just happened? If I just want to take out the last guy out, this was an exact 2v4 that you just lost. Oh boy.
If there was a sector in this entire match, or this entire series today, for just mentioning what question was asked most, it's what's happening or what went wrong. Those two are the best description of what we've been watching. Both these teams having great highlights and at the same time questionable moments brings us to a 4v4. Or not a 4v4, it's a 5v5, but it's a 4-4 round-wise, and we haven't got this two-round deficit yet. What's happening? It's going to be 5-5, and then it's going to be down to either overtime or yet again finishing it in a 7-4 fashion, 7-5. Either here, we see what we saw in Clubhouse. Dyavoli get 3 rounds in a row, it's 7-4. NXT could do the same, or maybe yet again they let them get to that 6th round and then, or 5th round, and then we went up 3 rounds as well. It's so much paths that can leave out, and they keep on branching out with each decision made by each player of the team. Radin, of course, one of the main things I want to focus on him is so much runouts. Please stop it. He's definitely a good player. He really has that fragmentation in mind. And in the first map with Shinny, they were going absolutely nuts on Clubhouse as well. They are the fraggers, but my goodness, you do not need to see a door leading to the outside and act as if you were an escaped pet just to see how much kills you can get. It's a great mentality, don't get me wrong. It's absolutely fun to see. But NXT is the entirety of NXT here is being punished for it at times, although it is a gamble. So, you know, if you do end up winning big and get that 2K, you know, you're not to blame. But that doesn't tend to be the case always, and not the majority of times either.
Yeah, it's always a very risky case of you just running out when you especially don't have that info. I know you're Solus, but recently so it has been nerfed until unless you're going for the overdrive, you just cannot get all of the info coming off. But look at him. The point I was trying to point out is, Raiden is not playing with the main gun SMG. He's not playing with the SMG. See, he definitely has the secondary SMG, but he's playing with the shotgun. So he just want to go in for the serious gunfights, and this time he will be punished really badly as Gridlock takes out Zelensky in just a couple of seconds into the round. First off, 30 seconds to be exactly speaking of. But there you go. You just cannot win every gunfight you take, and that is the lesson finally being learned, I guess. But hey, there you go. The second off gunfight coming off in the playway, going to the side of King, and he's also going for like aggressive pick towards the balcony, if I'm not wrong, or maybe that was a short connection being done on Solarium. Either way, he gets a lot of his health being depleted on in the circumstances. But Dyavoli taking the entire time out, just running it out, just waiting in for the defenders to come in. But on the other hand, we do see the side of Allzet making his way all the way down out to the kitchen area. Track Stingers will definitely let no one from the side of defenders who are going for a long flank. But Sheeny gets the connection on Lizette, and that is going to be the Gridlock going out from the side of Dyavoli.
Beautiful balance between the man count paints the picture. Although painting the picture red is going to be Choose. Beautiful one onto Kings. A flying coming out, punished soonly after. Sheeny having no response, and neither will that last player, as it leads it down to Janoski. He has the vector, he's reloading it, but mid-action, he gets caught with his pants down, and it's going to be the bathroom player, I believe, the Maverick, coming in to deliver the final blow, and, or was it the Striker? Whoever it was, in the end, it was not a good look here. NXT, they lose out yet another round. This one was it a flawless, I believe? I mean, it was just not even close. They lose out the first player, which, you know, speaking of Radin, the Devil, you're playing against Dyavoli, which doesn't necessarily kind of connect to the Devil. I believe it's Devil in Italian or something, Diavolo. Whatever the case ends up being, you are swinging out corners, and I'd say 20% of the kills have actually worked out in his favor, at least from the ones we've seen on broadcast. Now, rapidly, like on this decline, really rapidly going down. NXT, they lose a player, they lose a second, they lose a third, and it wasn't flawless. It was 4 players still remaining, but that's still quite an issue. The fact that 4 players were killed on your team and only 1 for Dyavoli. They have been taking it for granted, and NXT keep on shooting themselves in the foot. While the Dyavoli, at times, they do have a response. We've seen at NXT earlier. They had that 5v3. They were quickly stopped. They brought it down to 2v2, and Dyavoli definitely had a chance, and we were thinking that this could have been a possible comeback. I can't say that for NXT. They lost like, what, 4 players? In a 1v4, you are not having a comeback at 99% of the time unless a wonder happens and you're just absolutely cracked out of your mind. Yet again, though, it's up to NXT here to finish it out, and they're 1 round away from match point.
Just 1 round away from being on match point. But here is the same question, man. NXT is that one team which can just put a full stop in the entire play of executions coming. Execution being right. Just to add on to that from the side of Dyavoli. NXT can switch gears anytime, turn tables around anytime. So it's not a matter of fact that when. It all comes down to, I feel, maybe just Radinsky just playing a little bit cool, but ooh, look at that. Frey comes in, takes out the side of Sheeny. Sheeny completely unaware of the fact that someone can throw me out like that. Anyways, now it's going to be the side of Demos. Hasn't scanned anyone, so cannot use the death mark as of now. But he definitely knows that there's someone playing on the kitchen library angle as he gets it. A double kill being in front of the guy. AK just being that supreme weapon in the entire siege. But for me, it is one. No pun intended. But a little bit of that vertical damage being in play to the side of me as well.
NXT falling short on players' guns and all sorts, as we do have 2 C4s, which could be a possible way of equalizing it if we look at the positive side of things. 1 minute and 30, haven't wasted too much time. Both of your roamers gone, and with the Dyavoli looking comfortable on all their footing, can make any extension, can make plays come through. We still have all 3 death marks, which in a refrag game here is going to be really strong for any Deimos player and his team. Of course, as long as they get those 3v1 situations, 2v1s rolling. We're on this downstairs, finally making a play down here, but it's not working out for NXT in a single bit. They can take a nook and cranny to find themselves a pleasurable spot, as all they're left down with his constant kill after kill, looking a bit rusty from how the first map went, and really declining on that profit. The stock market right now for them is just piling down, just like the bodies, just like the rounds against them. 4-6 is going to be here if we don't make a change. We have a nice crossfire holdout. We do have breaches coming out from Dyavoli, which could be established to a quick plant in any matter of seconds. Those are going to be the flashes, the gridlock nades as well. Shots are coming out. Janoski does trade it out for 1, but he's not good enough for 2. It's left down to the K, the TCSG. It's known for its strength and its damage, but in the end, you're completely cornered. Wall bangs from behind, shots out from in front, and with it, it stockpiles above you. This lack of information in players is going to be a huge bane to the strategy. It's 6-4 bullet, and each round from this point on until the overtime could be a possible last.
Possible last, and it all comes down to this final epilogue being written from the side of Dyavoli. We have seen them struggling from first game. We have seen them making that effort. We have seen them being on the victory side of the resultant of the entire effort from the side of Dyavoli, being so on point in the last matchup, in the last map where I did, and I quote, I did say Dyavoli is a very skeptical team to just play on the map of Clubhouse. So, as they are the first team
Bomb
to get on the
located by
match
attackers.
point, things are looking very, very good and well for the side of Divoli. Yes, to the matter of fact, look at the frags coming in. Frey is on 11, Devils is on 8, Kashi is on 9. All of the players are not just of the frag. Yeah, I know Rainbow Six is a game where you want to play with operators. Raw mechanical skill matter, but they don't matter a lot. It is something else when it comes down to seed. You know it, I know it, viewers know
10
it.
seconds to
So
insertion.
how they are getting those skills right in the first 30 seconds, how they are getting those
5 seconds left.
vertical control, the map control, where they want to get it 50%, where you want it 60% when it comes down to the
Attackers
second
objective
floor.
is to defuse
It's
the bomb.
everything going right for the side of Oli. Look at them now. They got shields, they got Brava, they got Capital, and we might possibly see a quick execution being resulted in the right side, or maybe a quick execution being completely denied off from the side of NXT.
Going on to good old Baron Gaming here. Again, seeing that lovely Frost. Dyavoli. No, putting that name into consideration, it may seem diabolical what they're about to do. That's the Blitz running in. The finger boost, a lot of damage onto the Blitz, but the flash comes through, completely shutting down one. Oh, it's backed off. Shinny finds himself one. A second for NXT, but not much longer. It's going to be one traded out for Dyavoli as they're left in a 4v2 situation. The plant is out. It's a triple kill for Shinny, all left outside a fireplace, and Janoski delivering the coup de grace. A beautiful collaboration of kills, and finally we get a round back from NXT. It was each single time up until now that there was a curse. When a play is as aggressive as one can be, it always works out, but not this time. NXT, they shut it down. They say, no, we won't stand for it, and they get us one round away from overtime, and this could be the best matchup of all we've seen up until now.
I still have the question, mate. I still have the question. Divoli, why you're not picking up Ying when you want to approach a site like this? I know Captor can be their operative, can be more than enough, but when you are taking an operator like Brava, when 40 and 45 seconds are not more
Attackers
than
need to
enough for
locate and
Brava
defuse as many
drones
bombs
to
as
hack
they
all of the
can.
possible utilities, I'm just questioning the decision. Not just like trying to say that, hey, that was a completely entirely a wrong play. NXT was just the better team in the last round, but why not go for an operator like Ying when you go for a fast execution on a site like Gaming Bar like that rather than going for Brava? So it comes down all to that, decision making ability that Davoli needs to focus upon. 6-5 scoreline, folks. If NXT wins one more, we are going to overtime. If not, Davoli will get that kind of their revenge victory, I want to say. Exactly 1 month ago, folks, Davoli faced off
10
NXT and it
seconds
was
left.
NXT to win up in a scoreline of 8-7. Can be the similar situation as right now NXT
5
is
seconds
on
left.
on a 5-6 scoreline, being
Attackers
not
have
in a
located
favor
a
of
bomb.
the 6-5 scenario
Attackers
where
are moving
Davoli is
to
at
defuse
right
the
now.
bomb.
They're not on match point. Davoli needs to just find that one missing piece of that puzzle to end this out.
Can we search it? No. Is it under the couch? Under the table? Maybe it's not even there. Maybe it didn't come with a patch. With a patch? We're gonna have to ask for a refund if that ends up being the case. 5-6 here. Yeah, maybe what?
It
Who needs
didn't.
to
It
know?
didn't come up with the instruction.
Oh,
The
that could
instructions they played. Yeah.
That could be. We lost something, that's for sure. Because the 5-6 is definitely showing itself. NXT, maybe they find a way, a loophole, to actually get the puzzle going without the instructions. But this is not going to be a way to do it. The window's broken, and the hatch you opened up yourselves, I believe, is going to be played against. Upside down verticals, that's going to be the opening onto none other than Radin. Pushing back into side quickly. A quick rotation as Shinny there on the bathroom.
Oh.
Janoski right behind is going to be finding a nice 2-for-1 deal. My mistake. It's a 3-for-1 deal. They're getting profit after profit. Shots are being fired at NXT. They're getting each single one. A down onto Aslan as he can't respond to that frost mat in time. Good rotation being used on it, and it's confirmed. We are going overtime.
Boy, oh boy, and NXT fights back, and this is what I was talking about. You cannot underestimate this side of NXT. If they want to turn the tables around, they will turn it, and you won't even know how the entire switch just flipped like that. And boy, oh boy, in the first off, yes, we do see the side of Divoli. Oh, okay, the replay went off. Anyways, I just want to say continue on. We did saw Divoli getting the entry pick. We did saw Scopo's that was a teleportation being done, because I didn't saw personally when expectation going on, or maybe I'm correct, but we did saw Scopus getting that crucial kill on the Solarium. But even after that,
Defenders, protect
I
your bombs from
I
being
definitely
defused
had
by attackers.
all those angles which were needed to play the trade game right. I don't know what exactly happened, but NXT were just able to pick off one after another, and especially that the frost mat kill. It's pretty obvious there will be, if there's a frost in this round, there will be a frost mat on the trophy window over there. So it was kind of like a small, very small, minute mistake which you don't expect from a team like Dyavoli at this point. But hey, folks, that's that 6-6 overtime as we approach. So yeah, either it's 8-7 coming up for the side of Dyavoli, or it's the same one which happened exactly 1 month ago.
This is a similar situation. Now, we did have Dyavoli on the opportunity of finishing it off on match point. They win out this round, or NXT, they regain that opportunity. They put it back to themselves. And can they execute off of it? I'm not sure. A similar pre-position or lineup for Dyavoli as earlier, they were running this type of Bra, Capital, Gridlock one when going for that rush. This time, all that we're missing is a Finka and a Blitz, so lovely to see how it all works out and tends to work with it. The castle being banged has really been quite a struggle for NXT to work with. I mean, they've been getting swung out from windows and swinging windows at the same time, so it's a bit of a double-edged sword for both of these teams when, of course, they are the ones on defense. In the meanwhile, the Brava being put to quite a lot of use, and at the same time countered out yet again. If it gets spotted out, there's going to be no use to the drone, and while though it gets missed out, not for a second time, of course, that's the operator being now useless. And of course, while though there's still guns, there's still bullets to be delivered, we need to open up the post first, and we still have 2 minutes to do exactly that.
Right now, things can get a little bit tussled up. We just saw the small, not really small, but it's the C4 connects.
Oh.
They get the opening pick, and now it all comes down to NXT. Just fight back like that. But hey, for now, we do see the side of none other than the Gridlock trying to make his way all to the backyard and take the entry in the map. But the only one operator which is inside the map right now for the side of Tiger is going to be none other than the side of Ash. And all alone, she's trying to take the control of the second floor. Not possibly happening. She can get 1, which she gets it. She can 2, which might see in a matter of few seconds, or might be not. Azami is with that SMG Spetsnaz, which is just way too powerful, but there you go. Crossfire angle coming up from the play. There's going to be Devils picked up the side of Rudensky, and the top fragger guy goes out like that. Frost goes out too. Left out in a 1v4. Gridlock with the diffuser going out to the plant. Bulletproof camera is right there. Actually can spot someone. The intel was given away, but that's going to be Dyavoli sealing off the deal one more time to be on the match point.
Okay, that's good for Dyavoli there. They get and really pivot and also capitalize off of the mistakes NXT did yet again. They spread out a bit too much and they webbed out, which allowed Dyavoli to start cutting out those connections one by one, getting these 1v1s. As we see on the replays, it's one, it's a second, it's a third, and we slowly get down to, of course, one player being left alone to hopefully back off, go for a one-sided 1v4 situation, which, yeah, it's no surprise that it can't be done. 6-7, Dyavoli yet again for a second time this match. They are on the possibility of course, claiming out the lifeline and bringing it up to a 7-7, or winning it out 8-6 fashion in round number 14. It is overtime match point here. We are looking to finish it out for Dyavoli as NXT. You got the first map. It hasn't been the best results up until now. And can you back it up in the very few last moments of this Voltage League match?
Oh boy, oh boy. I don't know, man. I just wanna don't ask that question again. I don't know why. I just don't want to ask that question. I am going to act like a viewer right now. I just want to find an answer. And the answer is what, folks? It's just head or tails right now. It's 50-50 probability. I know it is an overtime match point, but still. NXT can be the team to just switch gears like that, turn tables around, and this can go up to the last round. So, Dyavoli needs to be very, very focused up. Need to, you know what? I want to just say, just play like a normal ranking. Just don't go challenge for a gunfight. You know it, right? We know it. You know it. Everyone knows it. Just waste down the time of attackers.
I don't
Just don't
think
let
that's the
them come to you.
best word of advice we want to work with. And although it is working out, I mean, the swings are coming out. That's the opening. You know, I'm gonna back off here, Bullet. You definitely gave them the word of advice. Play like ranked. If this was your, you know, let's say platinum diamond champion match, this is it.
You
This
get
is what
me.
we're looking at here, Dyavoli. And well, they definitely took that word a bit too close, and it worked out. They definitely took your word of advice. Maybe even be the coach for them.
Yes, sir. Let's see. Fenrir has been targeted by demons. Now gets hit. And he's going to be the guy to just destroy the first match. He gets a little bit of the beating with the gun sight. But that's going to be the side of Ace to take out the side of LZ. No more the KB logic bombs being in the play. But C4 connects. Kingstitch goes out, making a 3v4 now. Knows for the fact that there's someone playing on the library angle. Sheeny gets one more with that pistol. Boy, oh boy. SMG being in play from the side of none other than the mute. Apologies from the other end. But the plant is going off with the Demos in the office. Needs to stop the plant going down. Dyavoli in a 2v4 spot right now. Kasi gets one more. Renzi goes out, making the 2v2 now. 40 seconds left out. All you need just 7 seconds. But before that, you gotta take both of the attackers out right now. So Deathmark in this scenario is just way too overpowered. In this 2v2 right now, it's just way too overpowered. Activates that Dreadnought Mine. 25 seconds left. Deathmark.
Oh no.
No more play. But Fenrir takes that drop down. Oh, it's in a 1v1 now. It's a 1v1 and Attackers wins it. NXT is still alive. And boy, oh boy, we are pushing down the last round, number 15 of this entire game. Is what I told you. It's now I'm going to ask the question now. It's either way going to 8-7, either side. It's either NXT winning out 8-7 or it's Dyavoli to win out 8-7 and get that, like I said it, quote unquote, revenge victory against NXT.
NXT keep themselves in for one more round, as it's the final one they could have taken before going over to the big 15 round overtime match point. And with it, we approach such a dangerous situation. We cannot afford mistakes here, both of these teams, and we cannot go for risks. If we tend to go for them, yet again, it's big gambles, and most of the times casinos are quite rigged. So does the Rainbow Succeed side of things, as it's a 7-7 intensity, all-time high. It seems like NXT, their best side right now is Bar and Gaming. They won out over and on the attack. But now Dyavoli need to do the same, or they're all going to be for nothing. They won out that second map and kept themselves struggling for nothing. Same goes for NXT. That first map, it's going to seem like it wasn't worth it in the very first place. So let's get into the final round of today.
I just want to point that out. Brava yet again. Same side yet again. I know they might not go for that quick rush execution plan. But if not, I don't see Brava being so vital. Yes, you got bulletproof cameras. Yes, default camps will be broken, vice versa scenario. But let's see, maybe those two mines can be the play where they want to execute it. But what's that tricky? They have Gridlock, they have Lion, they have Flores. So all of the utilities where you just want to just linger out the those defenders, just be that pain in the back to just let them back off from a particular angle. You just have all of the cards placed up in the right deck. All they need to do is just think them out, get those intel right, and possibly the hardest thing which I'm seeing from the last few rounds, win those gunfights, be on the man advantage lead. Let's see.
Stations being made. That's going to be Cassie with the Capital bolts, using up a lot of them. That's going to be the line scan, pinging out 3, and it's all going to go downhill. Devils, he's the first one to fall. This is going to be a great opportunity for NXT, maybe capture off of 2, and that's exactly what they get to. But before the down is finished, before the dead is deceived, that's going to be a pickup, and it's also going to be a retrade. 3-4 for Dyavoli. The C4 from below, it's detonated, and it's finds out 1. The final Lion is there to count down. There's going to be no more scans as we come into this clutch situation. 3v3 between both teams. HP is looking equal. The gadgets are being thrown blown out. The intensity is at an all-time high, as yet again, this is it. Both of these teams are looking to claim it out, looking to push off a fireplace, maybe even capture off of these long angles. One sitting outside of sight, looking to deliver some blows, while of course the defenders, they spread out evenly. They're looking for off angles to capture Dyavoli off of their feet. Maybe slipping, maybe tripping. Get that 3-2 running as fast as you can. While this is going to be the final minute, we see today, these are the frags coming out, pushing out the Legion. He slowly gets a bit uncomfortable, but attackers, Dyavoli, we need to make a move. We see someone from the hatch. We get those two final bolts running, and this could be the plan situation we've been craving for. Devils needs to make a move. These are going to be the second frag in hand. Rad and SMG-11, a lot of damage onto this Legion. He's dropped down to half, about 50, maybe even less. 30 seconds. It's the last half minute. It's really major here, as that's going to be the kill. That's going to be the tide turner here for Frey. Coming out above her, both of these attackers looking to watch over the gridlock as she does go down for the plant. Frey with a Legion who does get intercepted. A swing out from the SMG-11, but you do need to pull out the shotgun. It's a bit better. The plant behind the half wall does get interrupted, but in the end, it's going to be the Cassie to have the final say. It's going to be none other than Diavolo there to finish out on third place and get themselves a beautiful prize pool of 200 smackaroonies, some nice Rainbow Six credits, and claim out the victory, being in the top 3 of Voltage League Season 4.
Like I said, folks, it doesn't matter how you win. It all that matters is you win. Look at the frags. Boy, oh boy, Cassie, 17 and 10. Boy, oh boy, what a game.
What a
and,
match.
kudos to the side of Dyavoli to, just shut this down in the last overtime rounds. That's one thing that I want to credit them with you. But just fighting off from the first map itself, it was just every time. I know everybody in the chat definitely predicted it. Yeah, NXT will wipe out 2-0. Everybody just predicted it will be a 2-0 and whatnot, and everybody just predicted NXT. But they just gave their 100%, and this is where they won. Every other round, yes, they were trying to give out their level best. Yes, they were doing some mistakes here and there. It was the same scenario for the side of NXT as well. But in the end, where it was mostly needed, you want to win, you just want to get that second place victory in. They did outperform NXT, and that's the full stop right there.
Finally, I don't think there was another other way than the way we finished this to finish it off. Like 3 maps, and the last map goes to maximum overtime. Already Puffo is sweating because of it, like, and he's not even playing. And imagine the players themselves. How do they feel? And congratulations to both teams, and of course, congratulations to Diavoli and Bullet. You out you outvoted us, and yeah, of course, still there is still more seasons to come for Voltage League. This doesn't mean that both teams this is the end of the road for them, and still maybe both of them wouldn't be satisfied with the results in the end. We will have to wait and see. And also, while we are waiting and talking about the last map, we will be preparing an interview with someone from Team Diavoli. But until the interview is ready, let's talk about the last map. What do you guys think about both of the teams? Like, because this was even Buffo, you said before the game, if whoever wins, like whoever takes the first half 4-2 or the or 5-1 is going to win, and if we go 3-3, we're gonna leave it to luck, and that's what happened. We went to 3-3, and we went to the max OT.
Yeah, it was again. I feel it that these teams do tend to go off of that tradition, but in the end, I mean, both of these teams perform it at certain times don't, and that's what made for such a great matchup. It really couldn't have been predicted as how rounds were going to end up. Only how maybe the count would have been in the end. As again, if it ends up going one half to the other, that's the team that wins. But in the end, you saw how chaotic it was. It was team kills. It was people randomly swinging and finding themselves hip fires. It was yet again Mira going for a shot behind the bar, and all of that combined into a beautiful match, which, chaos and harmony all make a nice little combination, but it was really intense all the way till the very end.
Yeah, and I can't say how much, like, even the last, like, to the very last gunfight, you felt like everything was just like all over the place for both of the teams. So, Bullet, let me ask you this question. First of all, how do you feel?
I feel great, man. I mean, hey, the same part where I said Diavoli is the team who has defeated Wild Academy in the semi-finale, and that tells a lot how much they have improved. If you take a look at their entire run from the stage three itself, they had a really I would not say a mediocre, but a very average run in the entire stage three. They have won against Besiktas, they have won against Lenovo Legion Hornet, they have won against Lenovo Legion Hornet yet again, and the entirety of the maps they have lost majority of them. How did they make it? How they didn't doesn't the question. It is the part that they did defeated Wild Academy. So when I was just putting that vote in, I took a quick look at the entire stage three run, and I just saw that what in the world, how did they defeated Wild Academy? And like you said, those maps also went in overtime, so I'm pretty much sure they did went in exactly in the same way. How did they went exactly how comparatively today, like challenging a team like NXT for the third place, every other round just going out to that one final gunfight, keeping us all of us towards the edge of our seat. So I feel like, yes, credit where it's due. NXT did perform well, but it was the side of Divoli every other then to be on a lookout where they can capitalize on the mistakes of NXT.
Yeah, definitely. I can definitely agree, and I can see. I think we will all agree that both of the teams in the last map put 100%, and it shows. And this shows because not only we went 3-3 in the first half, we also went to max OT. So if this doesn't mean like both teams went 100% and beyond for this map and for this series, I don't know what should say more than that. But let's quickly check with productions if the interview is ready or not. Uh, so yeah, it's still we're finishing up the interview and getting it ready. So until the interview gets ready, we'll just go on a very quick break and be back to you with someone from Team Diavoli to speak with.
I must have went blind tonight, cause I swear that you out of sight. Man, I'm so up, I could be a pilot, and I just hope trying to catch a flight. So let me get the digits. I call right now if you with it. I seen 1,000 pretty girls in this room. $1, I've been looking for you. I've been searching, it's so hard to find a girl who's one of a kind. 'Cause being alone just isn't cool. I'll take 1,000 trips around the world just so I could find you, girl. 'Cause darling, I've been looking for you. Yeah, I'm looking for you. For you. I'm looking for you. For you. Let's get it now.
I'm so up, I could be a pilot, be a pilot, we could be a pilot. I'm so up, I could be a pilot. Beat.
Let's get it now. I would travel across the ocean just to prove to you my devotion. Take a rocket on a flight to space if it meant that I can hold you closer. Girl, I jump out of a plane for you and I rain for you. Like, look at I came for you. They say being in love is crazy. Well, I guess I'm insane for you. I've been searching, it's so hard to find. Yeah, a girl who's one of a kind. 'Cause being alone just isn't cool. You know it ain't cool. I'll take 1,000 trips around the world just so I could find you, girl. 'Cause darling, I've been looking for you. Yeah, I'm looking for you. I'm looking for you. Let's get it now.
I'm so up, I could be a pilot, be a pilot, we could be a pilot. I'm so up, I could be a pilot. Beat.
Let's get it now.
And we are back once again with one of the players we just saw, the winners of the third place of Voltage League Season 4 of Team Diavoli. So here he is, Kasiposha. How are you today?
I'm fine today.
So
Finally,
congratulations
yeah,
on your win
thanks.
today. So let's talk a little bit of what we saw. Tell me, what was your preparation and what did you think, getting into the match before you played any of the maps? What was the preparation of the team overall?
We just have been joined to the Discord and just talk with team about the stress. That's basic, and some warm up on T Hunt or this match.
Was there any specific preparation or VOD review that you did or you had specifically for Team NXT, or you just wanted to play the usual and you just you wanted to play like yourself?
We played like yourself, yeah. We just played like warm up and that's all. No specific preparation for the NXT.
Okay. So first map didn't really go to your favor, and then second map, Clubhouse, it went to your favor. So uh, what did you guys discuss internally, between after the first map and after the second map, so you can maintain your momentum and maintain your mentality to keep fighting and pushing throughout this best of three?
The captain of the team is they will say just we need to play more like for the team. You know what I'm saying? And just try to kill these guys from NXT. That's all.
Okay. Yeah. Um, so anything, lastly, do you have anything you want to say to your fans, uh, to anyone, any message would you like to say?
Yeah, I want to say this for the fans. Like, thank you for the support. We all um, like we all love you, and good luck in the next match. If some fans play with us, we'll play.
Okay. Yeah, and lastly, also just a quick question: what are the next steps for you guys? What do you guys plan to do? What are your next goals, and what are you thinking for the near future?
For the near future, I think we'll try to qualify for the next tier 2 tournament. I forgot, maybe Salt Bridge or I forgot, third tier 2 tournament. I forgot the name of this tournament. We will try to qualify and try to like win, and that's all. We
All right.
just need more practice and we will win.
So, how did let me tell me more about the last map, the chalet. How did that feel? Because it went overtime and it was the maximum overtime, and it was like filled with a lot more action than maybe more than the other two maps. So, how did the team maintain this throughout the whole match?
Uh, on this chalet, we have been gone from 6-4, if I all right, and the NXT was played very aggressive, and we just died like I will say like idiots, and we lost 2 rounds, and we went to the overtime. That was the problem, like miscommunication, unlucky moments, and something from the things.
Yeah.
But on the overtimes, we just played our game.
Okay. And was there any specific reason, like because we didn't see any timeouts being called? Was there any specific reason that you guys uh, like felt that you didn't need timeouts and you can just solve everything on the go?
Yeah, we just focus on the goal and focus on the game.
Mhm.
That was like the main reason why we won.
Yeah. All right. Congratulations again, and
Yeah, thank you.
hope to see you once more in another tournament, and hope to see you from one success to another, and hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
catch you next time.
yeah. See you. Bye.
And here we are. We heard it from Team Diavoli, and Kasiposha told us like they just decided to play how they wanted, and we just fixed the mistakes on the go. And I guess that was the thing we were asking about. We were asking about where are the timeouts and what are the team thinking and how are they doing all of this throughout the three maps. And we got the answer from inside.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
we
mean,
definitely did.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
definitely like he said it, like, there were some miscommunications happening in, and that completely answer why we did saw in some of those rounds where Davoli were almost just pushing NXT out of the victory, and in the end it was NXT to push it further for the overtime. So he clearly answered that miscommunication was a factor.
All right. I guess this will be almost the end of the day. Before that, I would love to thank you guys for having you here, for your casting and for enjoying us throughout all the three maps and throughout all this time. Thank you so much, Bullet. Thank you so much, Pafo. And hopefully, would love to see you one more time and anytime soon. And for the, of course, I didn't forget the viewers because this wouldn't have happened without the viewers. So we have the winners of the giveaway, and they will be
Yes,
We're
sir.
ready?
Oh, that's my name right there as well. My name is right there as well.
Yeah,
So
we're-
yeah,
we're
Puff is
both
there.
in it.
So
I
yeah,
mean,
both in it.
technically, we're viewers too, if you count it that way. I
Yeah.
mean, technically, we're just waiting for the wheel to have the colors combine and give us the lovely answer of. I believe we're going to be having two winners, if of course my ears do
Yes, two
not
winners.
deceive me. And yeah, let's get the wheel spinning.
Let's go.
Let's see
Let's go.
what the results are here. We're already rubbing our hands, hoping to see what the outcome is. And the first one is going to be Bolt Rainbow Six Siege. Almost Bullet. Ah, it was so close.
Oh, Bullet. No, you're not gonna do this to us
Maybe the
twice.
second time. Bolt Rainbow Six Siege. Congratulations, you entered and you definitely won. Of course, there will be contacts coming in.
Come
Of course,
on.
assuming you did put in the name of Discord. The second one coming in. And Bullet, do you get it this time? No, it's gonna be me. Okay. I mean, I'm taking it.
Bullet. Bullet. Poor Bullet.
Hey, it's all fine. It's all fine.
It's-
Buff, enjoy the lead skin.
You already,
thank you.
at least, come on. You won the prediction. You won
Yeah,
against all of us. So you won something today.
That is true.
Yeah,
So-
that's
You
true. That's
you
true.
did get the pride victory. You know, you're basically like above us all by by prediction.
Ah,
So
okay. Yeah, you get it. Yeah, man. It's all fun and games. Really enjoyed the matchup. I personally really enjoyed it because I have been, not a really long time. I have been on a desk for Voltage League, but for this season, I have been, casted most of the matches where I could get a chance on. So it had been a really fun ride, really a roller coaster kind of a ride, up and down, going with the Voltage League. Some of the teams like especially like teams like NXT and Dyavoli. NXT is the team which didn't have a really great run in the first start off. Looking at Dyavoli, how they battled out for the entire matchups, just winning 3 or 4 games in the entire season, and then taking the victory up against a team like NXT in such a fashion. So it's an honor to be in here and casting these great games.
yeah, it was same.
it's
I
amazing.
mean, it was fantastic. The matches all three of them today. We had a bit of intensity in the first, and we thought NXT was going to take it in Clubhouse. We were proven wrong, and that's what brought that extra step in. Because for the
Yeah.
third match, we had no clue. And just like Bullet, of course, yet again, I thank everyone for watching, playing. The co-caster Bullet, you were absolutely fantastic to work with.
Thank you so
Fancy
much.
being the lovely host, and pleasure's still mine because this was fantastic matches to cast.
Yeah, thank you so much everyone for watching, and thank you guys for your casting and helping me out today. And yeah, guys, this concludes at least until we meet again into the grand final of season 4 for the Voltage League. This will conclude at least today, and we will see you very soon, hopefully. And good luck, everyone.
Take your place, move me into my
I must have went blind tonight, cause I swear that you out of sight. Man, I'm so up, I could be a pilot, and I just hope trying to catch a flight. So let me get the digits. I call right now if you with it. I seen 1,000 pretty girls in this room. $1, I've been looking for you. I've been searching, it's so hard to find a girl who's one of a kind. 'Cause being alone just isn't cool. I'll take 1,000 trips around the world just so I could find you, girl. 'Cause darling, I've been looking for you. Yeah, I'm looking for you. For you. I'm looking for you. For you. Let's get it now.
I'm so up, I could be a pilot, be a pilot, be a pilot. I'm so up, I could be a pilot. Beat.
Let's get it now. Take a rocket on a flight to space. If it meant that I can hold you closer, girl, I jump out of a